in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can.
Alright everybody, welcome. It's time for Monday Night Raw, the season premiere of the show. And as we can see, Sami Zayn is kicking things off. You know, of course, last Friday, a lot of people were left concerned about Sami Zayn. Now that Kevin Owens has been drafted over to SmackDown, of course, that leaves Zayn all alone on the Red brand. And here he is coming out, and I like the decision. You know, I mean, I really like the decision. Together, they're cool, they're friends, it's nice, right? But it's the same problem that I feel that we experience with the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Sometimes friendships can, you know, boost you. Friendships can help you. Friends can push you to the next level, but sometimes friends actually set you back. We've seen it in the case of Shinsuke Nakamura and the case of Rick Boogs. They got so comfortable together that it just made them lazy. I feel the same for Kevin and Sami. I feel like they got so comfortable together that it just did not work out. And I'm glad that finally they have been split and they're gonna go their own ways. I'm not sure where Sami Zayn's gonna go, but Kevin Owens definitely gonna be successful. Tony, my brother, good to see you. That's right, season premiere of Monday Night Raw tonight. That's right, it's gonna be a good night. We've got two massive championship matches. First, we got the tag team titles that are being defended tonight. It's Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. Of course, I'm sorry, Cody and Jey. They're going to be taking on, of course, the Judgment Day. That's number one championship match tonight. The number two championship match that's happening tonight is going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. We got Gunther and Bronson Reed going one-on-one for that Intercontinental title. So what a season premiere we've got in store here tonight. On top of that, it's going to be another banger of a match as Ria Ripley is going to be in action, and Ria Ripley is actually going to be taking on, I would say, one of her toughest nemesis yet. Ria Ripley is going to be going one-on-one against you know, the toughest opponent that she's ever been in the ring with, that's Shayna Baszler. So I'm very excited about that as well. But with that being said, Sami Zayn is here. Yep.
Most of you know by now, my tag team partner.
He's wearing a Kevin Owens t-shirt too. Look at that. Good to see everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Great to see you. Good to see everybody. Once again, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. That's right. I like that. So Sami Zayn here says, of course he's not happy that the partnership has been broken, that they've been split, but he now plans on doing big things here by himself, while Kevin Owens, of course, takes care of SmackDown. I like that. We needed this fire under both Kevin and Sami. They're both, you know, capable of doing so much, but together they got so comfortable that it felt like they almost got lazy. But I can finally see the fire back in Sami Zayn. I like that. Jonathan, good to see you, my brother. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Oh, DSC. Jonathan says he's currently in bed with a cold. I hope you get better soon, brother. Stay warm, stay in bed, and of course have your medications. You take care, Jonathan. Great to see you. We've got Victor in the house. Victor, good to see you, my brother. I tried to message you, but I couldn't find like a comment or something that I could actually message. And so what happened was that Friday we had an internet, problems, so it was like super slow. That's why I couldn't be here on Friday night. But other than that, I'm always live on Friday nights, Victor. Yeah, that's right. Once again, Jonathan, much love to you. Tony says it's got to be a huge challenge for Sami if he wants to be the WWE World Champion. Definitely a big one, right? Big challenge. Don't see it happening, but it would be pretty damn cool. That's right. Victor, once again, great to see you. Sorry about that. Sarah's great to see you. Jake, my man, welcome. Sami's angry. Sami is fired up, as you can see here. Very fired up. Gary, my man, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Same story, Victor. Like Friday, Saturday, we had internet issues. That's what happened. Yeah. I can tell you missed me. I missed you too, Victor. Anil, great to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you, Anil. Man, this weekend is going to be a great weekend. This weekend, you know, my favorite video game comes out. That's going to be Spider-Man. You know, very excited about it. Spider-Man's newest installment. It comes out Friday, October 20th. It's going to be good. So ready for it. Anybody else here purchased that game or has pre-ordered that game? Let me know.
And the reason that I reached the highs that I did is because of each and every single one of you.
Alright, Sami Zayn here expressing his gratitude towards the fans. That's always good, right? And oh my goodness, out comes the Judgment Day. I wonder what business they have here with Sami. I mean, leave him the heck alone, he's all by himself now, right? And it comes out here, it's Ria Ripley, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio. Outnumbered by the House of Purple. You're right, Tony, about that. Right about that, Victor. Jonathan says, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in Belgium. My friends, wait, I didn't even hear about it. That's terrible. So I must have been, like, sleeping when that happened, yeah? Oh, dear. I see it now. That is terrible. That is terrible. Wow. My thoughts and prayers are also with them. It is terrible. Horrible. Horrible. What has this world come to, you know? That makes you think. What has this world come to, really? Yeah. Good to see you, Ricky. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Ricky. Hope you're doing well.
You know what? On that end, I'd be happy to remove Drew McIntyre. Porque ese metió, you know?
You know, once a guy stops talking English and gets in his native tongue, you know that he's getting fired up, right? And he's getting aggressive. And here we are now. Dom, they try to talk in his native tongue, but nobody will let him, right? Yep. If Jade Cargill makes her Raw debut tonight, I'm gonna scream. Says Tony, you know, it would be nice, and a lot of people actually, you know, on Instagram as well were talking about the possibility of Jade Cargill actually making her debut tonight. But I'm just looking at what Triple H said at the press conference, right? He said they're not gonna rush Jade Cargill. They're gonna take the time with Jade Cargill, and they're gonna, you know, have her make her debut when she's ready. So I just take that for, you know, 100%. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I am taking Triple H's word for it. I don't see Jade Cargill making her debut prior to Royal Rumble. I think they really are going to take her time with, you know, Jade Cargill, as they should. You know, it's okay. Don't rush it. Think of the creative. Think of the long term here with Jade. And then push her. Jade is a smart woman, though. You know, yesterday, the word came out, you know, I also posted about it on Instagram. It came out that Jade Cargill has actually filed to trademark her own name. So she's a smart woman. She's not going to let WWE do it. Instead, she's got to be the one who will trademark her own name. And makes sense, right? So Jade Cargill now soon will be trademarked by Jade Cargill. It only makes sense. She's a smart woman. And here we are now. Speaking of smart, we've got Jey Uso coming out here with a steel chair, trying to even the odds with the Judgment Day, trying to save Sami Zayn. That's right. Yeah. And much love to you, Victor. True, good to see you, brother. True, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, now the party is getting started. Now we got everybody in the chat. We got Andy here as well. There you go. Ricky, much love. And let's see, Trips is just parading Jade around like a toy. Yeah, he's been doing that. So if there hasn't been one brand where she has not shown up yet, right? Raw. We got the last pay-per-view, right? Payback, yeah. We got, of course, NXT. We got SmackDown. Jade's been everywhere, so they've been doing that with her so far. The weirdest thing was Jade Cargill showing up at Payback in her ring gear, but not actually showing up to wrestle or anywhere at all. You know, not even the press conference. So she showed up in the ring gear, though. So what does that mean? You know, what does that mean? But Ricky says yeet. I don't like that, Ricky. I don't like that. The tribal chief does not like that. But Andy, much love. And we got Jonathan says, currently in bed with cold Andy. The weather is messing with my system. One day hot, that's the worst, right? When you've got this fluctuation between hot and cold, that is the worst. But my advice to everybody would be, drink boiled water. Don't drink, your room temperature water. Drink lukewarm water. That would be my advice to everybody. I feel like lukewarm water really is beneficial, especially in this, weather. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. Lukewarm water, it mostly keeps you safe. So my advice would be to everybody right now, these days, just drink some lukewarm water whenever you want to take a sip. And here we are now, Ricochet going after Shinsuke Nakamura. This is from last Monday. Of course, tonight is going to be, I believe, hopefully, a banger for match. Hopefully not full of commercials. But it should be a banger if they're allowed to, just go out there and do their thing. Because Ricochet and Shinsuke are going to be fighting each other in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Tonight's show on paper actually looks pretty damn cool. We've got Bronson Reed taking on Gunther for the IC title. We've got Cody and Jey taking on, of course, Judgment Day for the tag team titles. Of course, we've got this Falls Count Anywhere match between Shinsuke and Ricochet. We've got that Ria Ripley, right? She's going to be taking on the one and only Shayna Baszler. So, we've also got, if you're interested, we've also got Natalia and Piper, but I'm not going to count that into a banger. But we've got some bangers happening tonight. By the way, I must say, Reginald Wright, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel, has just hit the subscribe button. Welcome, sir, hope you're doing well. And Andy says, I'm waiting for winter to arrive, it just keeps jumping. I love winters, man. I love the winters, I love the cold. And Shinsuke thinks he's the best. It's very interesting, Tony. I can't recall, I think it was a WWE account, or WWE and Fox account. Either of those accounts posted a video on Instagram of, this the GTS being hit from last week, right? And then the USA account got in the comments and they wrote the best in the world. So, people, of course, speculating and thinking that, okay, this is a CM Punk tease. Of course, people jumping at every single chance, to bring up the name of CM Punk. But it's interesting. Is CM Punk going to show up in Chicago? We shall see. And let's see if the truth is Kevin Patrick is still here. Show already sucks. I looked at the commentary table earlier tonight, and I was like, seems different. Yeah, of course, Kevin Patrick is here. I just ignore this guy. I just ignore him, But what can you do? Kevin Patrick indeed here. I would replace Kevin Patrick, honestly, with this other guy who does the commentary for NWA. What's his name? He's a pretty cool guy. Joe, right? Joe Gale. Joe Galley for the NWA. I would honestly replace Kevin Patrick with Joe Galley. You got Nick Aldis, bring Joe Galley, bring some class to the commentator's desk. I would like that a lot. Yeah, I would like that a lot. Anyways, let's see. Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura right now. You're right, Victor, you're right. I wonder how this Drew McIntyre Rollins is... Oh, I'll tell you, Jonathan, I'm not even into it right now. This whole Drew McIntyre stuff, not into it. There's just... Okay, there just hasn't been much of a storytelling, that they've done for me to be into that feud between Rollins and Drew. I don't even know if there's a feud going on right yet. So there's a lot of work to be done. I understand that they've got this championship match happening at Crown Jewel. It could be, I'm just looking at it a one-off, right? Nothing more than that. Nothing more than a one-off. So far, there has been no storytelling between the two. So we'll see. And here Jonathan says, I thought they could have a bit of a scrap before announcing Crown Jewel. I totally agree with that. They've got that big match coming up, but there's been no storytelling. It's true. And Andy says, I think Julia Hart just got married. And that's right, she did, brother. She did got married, yes. Congratulations to Julia Hart. Jonathan says, welcome to the family, Reginald. I love that, Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you. Jonathan, thanks. No, I've been posting a lot on Twitter and Instagram these days, so if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure to do so, because we're once again active, which means that the biggest and the most, what do we say, the notifications keep blowing up on my iPad, but yeah, which means that the I don't want to say the best, but I want to say one of the most premium wrestling news accounts on Instagram is once again active. So make sure to follow on Instagram if you are not already. Also Twitter, right? Give it a follow because lots of content up on Twitter as well. Same username everywhere as always. David, welcome once again. Great to see you, David. Hope you're doing well. Survivor Series in Chicago is sold out, so CM Punk will be there, says Victor. I like that. No, it is sold out. It is sold out. Yeah, it sold out pretty quick. So it's interesting. By the way, Royal Rumble is actually happening in January. So that's another interesting one. January Royal Rumble happening. The tickets are going to be going on sale this week itself. So that's that. Royal Rumble is considered to be one of those pay-per-views that's, the hottest pay-per-views of the year. One of the big 4 pay-per-views of the year. So very excited about Rumble and Survivor Series 2. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Clay says, what's up, AJ? Good to see you, Clay. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And we got Ricky says she did Andy. That's right. Drew's turning heel, says Andy. Well, let's see. Let's see, how quick or how slow that heel turn's gonna be. Jonathan says, I wish I could be watching that, Clay. I'm laying in bed with the cold. I see that. Brother Jonathan, once again, you take care. Steam inhalation and drinking lukewarm water, that will be my advice to you. It works like magic, really. It works like a charm. I'm the only one that has liked the stream. Okay, Victor says, guys, go and like the stream. So if you haven't already, make sure to go back and hit the thumbs up. Thanks, Victor. Thank you for that. And wow. Thanks, Jonathan. And he says that I've followed you on Instagram, AJ. It's a shame you cannot. I can't. I try. When TikTok started to get popular at first, I got on there and I posted a few TikToks, and I'll tell you what, it was actually doing well, just doing well at the beginning. And then, the government just put a ban on TikTok, and now I can't access it. But what can you do, what can you do? It would be nice to be on there and post content there and go live there, but it's banned here, so, what can we do about that? It's true, this guy Karen Patrick is a draw. Why, says Ricky. I know. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Why is he even here? Did he not go to SmackDown, if I'm not wrong? Was he not under Michael Cole, if I'm not wrong? Why is Kevin Patrick here? By the way, backstage right now, we are here with Jey Uso and Sami Zayn.
Everything's going good for you. It is. It's great, and I'm happy for you. And I want to be just happy for you. But you've got everything going for you now, man. You've got Cody Rhodes, and that's going great. And you've got...
Well, Sami Zayn is envious. He is jealous of Jey Uso's success. That's crazy. And let's see how long before Aldis is... So I believe Aldis will get into the ring by WrestleMania. I don't see WrestleMania happening without Nick Aldis getting physical. It's just not happening. Aldis is wrestling before Mania, is what I'm saying. Yeah? Yep. Let me know if you guys think otherwise. But I totally... Oh my, Sami Zayn here. Definitely having an episode. Look at that, throwing things around and stuff. What is he doing? Is he looking to attack somebody? What is happening? Sami Zayn running over to Jey. Is he gonna apologize?
Forget about all. Forget that.
Forget that?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I can tell. He says it's been a tough week for him. We can tell. Okay. Alright, he apologized to Jey Uso. Alright, that's sweet. Offers a handshake. I don't know if I'll take that. Broman, my man, Broman's here. Good to see you, brother. Oh, Jey Uso says, forget about a handshake, man. Let's hug it out. And they hug it out. They go a long way, guys. Back to the bloodline and whatnot. They go a long way back. And here we are now with Ricochet in the ring. Of course, getting ready for his Falls Count Anywhere match against Shinsuke Nakamura. It should be good. And I know, Jonathan, what does that mean, turning heel? Maybe we're seeing signs of it. Perhaps. I know, Andy, but he will wrestle soon. That's right. He's not yet. Yeah, Andy says he's the general manager right now. So another thing about this is that Nick Aldis is not cleared to wrestle, apparently. So that's one of the reasons why he became a producer at first, and now they're using his GM. So the fact that he got himself on TV, I'm convinced that he's gonna wrestle. WrestleMania is gonna be when he gets in there. 100%. He's too good to not wrestle. I mean, everybody was happy to see Nick Aldis as GM, but everybody in the comments was like, why is this guy not wrestling? I thought he should have been wrestler. So he'll wrestle. That's for sure. Yeah, Kevin Patrick was on SmackDown, and it was a moment. I'll tell you what, it was a moment. But the way Triple H announced Kevin Patrick, I hate this guy so much that I just... But the way that this guy announced, Nick Aldis, Triple H, right? He brought him up and brought him out to the WWE Universe. It was interesting. He actually got a pop from the fans. Not a big pop, but a pop. I believe there was an element of surprise. A surprise reaction was what we got from the fans, where people were kind of speechless. They kind of were in awe that how is this guy here all of a sudden? But people knew Nick Aldis. It wasn't like who showed up. People knew this guy. Also the guy, his stature, his size, his looks, his suit, everything worked out for him. You look at Nick Aldis, you're looking at a banger of a man, that's for sure. And once again, Burrow Man, good to see you. Another banger of a man right here, Burrow Man. Thank you once again, Jonathan. Much love. I saw you. Yeah, I know. Logan Paul went out there. He called out Rey Mysterio. He's an interesting guy, right? He does interviews. So Logan Paul, when he does interviews, he says, "Oh, I'm gonna go after Roman Reigns, right? I'm gonna go after his title." But then when he actually gets, down to business, he's calling out Rey Mysterio. Okay, Logan, I'll see where you are. Victor with the yeet. I don't like that, Victor. The tribal chief does not like that. And he says, yeah, he's probably going to be at Rumble. Possibly, And here we are, Shinsuke Nakamura already dominating the match, as we can see. Ramit, welcome. I know, I missed you too, Ramit. So we had internet issues this past weekend, where the internet was just so terribly low, so weak, that I couldn't get myself live. But Ramit, great to see you. I missed you too. Much love to everybody once again. We see, I'm feeling yeet already. Tony, I don't like that. You don't say yeet. I not said yeet on a Roman hate. That's exactly what right, Ricky. We don't like that. And Ricochet here with a kick to the face of Shinsuke Nakamura, knocking him off the apron. Shinsuke Nakamura goes down to the floor. Ricochet now running over to the ropes, and a beautiful dive off the top rope, that too. Great stuff. Much love once again, Ramit. By the way, true, I went to Etsy.com to look up, those titles that they're selling on the website. And I'll tell you what, I really wanted to buy one, but it feels like at least the titles that they're selling here, they're just not very authentic looking. They're very, the build is not that nice. But they're still charging you a premium for the titles. So I guess I'm just going to wait until I think what I'll have to do is that I'll have to take business into my own hands. I'll have to fly down to the US. I'll have to get the title and then fly back to India. That's what I'll have to do. Right? So I should probably make a vlog of it, right? Traveling all the way to America just to buy a WWE replica title. That should be a popular vlog, right? Like nobody would have done that, right? And here we are now, Ricochet going after Shinsuke Nakamura. Victor says, since Nick Aldis is GM of SmackDown, I can see his wife, Nikki. Absolutely. That was my first thought, too. By the way, here we are now with Shinsuke Nakamura and Ricochet in the gorilla position. And again, the reason why we call it the gorilla position, as we were talking about the other day, Gorilla Monsoon, the guy who used to be here all the damn time, behind the curtain, managing the time of the matches, giving instruction to the referees, to the wrestler, a tribute to him. They named this place the gorilla position, and it is, it's like in the dictionary books, like everybody knows it as gorilla position, even if they don't know the reason why it's called that. This is the reason why. And here we are now, Ricochet once again with a kick to the head of Shinsuke, sending him back to the fans. So I see. That's right, Shinsuke Nakamura trying to get away from Ricochet. I like that. We've got Ricochet will lose. I wasn't happy to see GM Nick Aldis or Aldis and WWE says, true. Why is that true? Why were you not happy? What's the reason? I mean, isn't it sweet that he's here and he's gonna do his thing, right? Let me know. Ray Jr. has called out Logan for this Friday. I like that. Yes, he has. He's accepted it. He said, okay, Logan, I heard you called my name, so if you want to find me, I'm not hard to find every Friday night, SmackDown on Fox. So Ray, chill like that. He says, okay, if you don't find me, come on, find me. Nick Aldis and AJ Styles of old rivalry, that's great. Yeah, Magnus. We all remember all the stuff that he did with Impact. This guy's been everywhere. Impact Wrestling, you talk about, TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, NWA. Nick Aldis has been everywhere. Grizzled young veterans called out WWE's BS and loved it. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did not hold back. They just went out there. They called out the company for, their faults, for their flaws, and they were very unfiltered like that. It's cool. And what titles are you thinking about getting? I don't know, Andy. I mean, I would get, honestly, right now, I'd get any title. I'd even get a spinner roll title, you know. I would do anything. But nothing's being sold here, so, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Much love once again. True. I'm looking forward to same all-in movements with Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes, and Ray. I like that. Yes, of course, Nick Aldis was also part of All In. This guy has really made an impact outside in the independents, in the NWA Impact Wrestling. Let's see what he's going to be doing here in the WWE. We've got, I think you will have fun time playing. You know it, brother Ray, Andy. And I'm going to be here. We're going to be playing the game together. You know, Spider-Man comes out October 20. You know how big of a Spider-Man fan I am. I've always been. One of the reasons why I actually bought myself a PlayStation 5 was because of Spider-Man. And that's how much I love the game. Like, you know, the previous generation, I had an Xbox. I was never able to play the Spider-Man game on the PS4 because I had Xbox, right? And I hated it. So I made the switch over to the PlayStation Universe just because of Spidey, and Spider-Man 2 comes out October 20. This time the map has actually been expanded, and for the first time in the Spider-Man game at least, or in any game, I'm not sure, I think possibly in any, actually it's right, because whenever New York City is featured in a video game, I'm not sure what was the case in GTA, but I think it was only Manhattan, right? You know, the last Spider-Man game that came out also only had Manhattan. But this time, for the first time ever, they actually expanded the map, and now they're going to have Brooklyn, they're going to have Queens, and they're going to have Manhattan in the map, which is pretty damn cool. The first thing that I'm doing is I'm web swinging over to the place that I used to live in, Queens, and check it out, and then I'm going to web swing over to Barclays Center. Just to see how they've, you know, recreated it in the video game. It's gonna be cool. And you know that I don't care about the WWE brand. I know, true, I know. Yeah, I know, brother. And Chargers 7, Cowboys 0, says Victor. I see. Victor watched the game as well, says Andy. That is sweet. AJ, you saw Tony Khan went crazy on social media about his lost war over NXT. So Tony Khan has said things, and a lot of people have also criticized Tony Khan for saying the thing that he's said, right? But I also believe that Tony Khan got a little carried away, and you know, Jim Cornette got on his podcast and he said that Tony should not be answering every single fan account, and he says there are accounts of you know, on Twitter of people with like anime in their profile picture and whatnot. He says maybe not answer back to those people. I agree with that. You know, Tony Khan being the CEO should maintain that kind of, you know, importance and not get on Twitter and talk to everybody. Even John Cena doesn't do that, right? So yeah, I feel like Tony Khan kind of get carried away with there. Should not do that. Possibly they will look into it and will make sure that he doesn't do it in the future. There's no use of doing that. I mean, if he's using that as a smart move for PR, that could be one move. But other than that, I don't think he should do it. Wow, by the way, back from commercial, it seems like we missed out a lot during that commercial break, as right here, they're already in the fans. Ricochet is looking for a big dive. That's got to be a crazy one. Pretty sure Shinsuke Nakamura will not get out of the way. Ricochet with some assistance from the fan here, holding onto his hand. Do not let go, man. And Ricochet, beautiful 360 off the top. And he actually landed not only on Shinsuke, but also on one of those bouncers over there. There you are. And they're wrestling shows, not war. That's right, true. Yeah. AJ, you read Tammy said could be seeking 26 years in prison. Want no results till possibly next month. It's terrible, Andy, but you know, she had it coming. I hate to say this, but Tammy screwed up Tammy, right? She did. Sonny screwed Sonny, let's just say that. She had it coming. Just absolutely terrible personality, you know, ungrateful, not sorry at all for her actions, right? I saw her mugshot that they released. She was smiling in that mugshot. She was in a terrible, terrible incident where, you know, an old guy, unfortunately, you know, he also, you know, suffered injuries so severe that, you know, he unfortunately passed. But Tammy, following that incident, was in the prison, posing for a mugshot and smiling. That's the audacity that Sunny has. So Sunny's got it coming, It was her own bad behavior, her bad personality, very toxic. I'm not sure what's wrong with her. I just hope that she gets better, mentally, and gets the help if she can get help. But so far, you just hear every time that she's in the news, she's in trouble. You don't hear good things about her. We're just, as humans, we can only hope that she gets better. But it's very sad what's happened, and it's very sad what's happening with Sami. But she's responsible for it. Yeah, it's not once or twice that she's been involved in DUIs. It's been multiple times now. So that's that. And here we are now, Shinsuke Nakamura, really punishing Ricochet over here. Look at that. Like that. AJ told you NXT won. I know, Ricky. I know. You did tell me that NXT was going to win. Yeah. I know, Victor. That was incredible. That shooting sports star press. Incredible. AJ, you also have to take into consideration she was very young in WWF. She thought she was going to be rich with her popularity. You're right about that. You're totally right about that. I'm glad you brought that up because Sunny was one person in the WWF, who made, I don't know if Ring Rat was named after her, but to be honest, you hear stories of Sunny in the WWF, and you feel like if Ring Rat was ever used for anybody, it must be for Sunny. You hear terrible stories about her. You hear people, wrestlers, passing her around, and, just out there blatantly cheating on her boyfriend, and everybody knew it, that she was cheating on her boyfriend, who also was a WWE star at that point. So she made a lot of bad decisions, selfish decisions, that not only affected herself, but also her boyfriend's life. And at the end of the day, what happened, right? Her boyfriend passed a few years later, was never able to recover from that heartbreak. So terrible stuff. Sunny has been terrible. It's true. And, truth says that she deserves everything she's gotten. And we don't, again, it comes back to the point that I was making, right? That she has made so many bad choices. It's not like a couple or over a few years. It's been since the very beginning, guys. It's been since her, just like Andy said, since her WWF days. And she was incredible. She had the looks, she had the beauty, she had everything, she had the platform. It's either you make it or you break it. Unfortunately, she broke it. I hate saying anything negative, but yeah, she broke it. She broke it. And here we are now, Ricochet running over to Shinsuke, Shinsuke throwing him over the top rope, and now Ricochet meeting him with a kick to the head, to the side of the head. Shinsuke Nakamura goes down. Ricochet sees this as an opportunity. Up, oh my goodness, great move. Beautiful splash here from the apron to Shinsuke Nakamura, going for the cover, and he kicks out. He kicks out at a 2.5. Hassan Terrell, my man, good to see you. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. We've got classic Chris Candido. You're right, Andy. Absolutely. You know what I'm talking about. Chris Candido. And actually, I've been wanting to do a little video on this whole thing, Chris Candido and Sunny, with like interviews and everything, in between as well. I'll look into it if I can actually make a video, because I really have been wanting to make one for quite some time. Chris Candido and Sunny. The story is absolutely terrible, of love and of heartbreak, and also, what do I say, of pure innocence. On behalf of Chris Candido, innocent guy, very innocent guy. Anyways, incredible match so far, says Tony. Absolutely, brother. And here we are right now on the apron. Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, with a kick to Ricochet, and Ricochet falls down. Should I say he flies down? Literally, he flew down on the table, breaking it into two halves. You gotta love that. And Shinsuke Nakamura is loving it. And Rick says, Sunny, she killed somebody. It's not right. She needs to say, I know, Ricky. She made some bad choices. That's right. Shinsuke now running over to Ricochet, kicks his head off, literally, goes for the cover. It's a 1-2, and Shinsuke Nakamura, you're right, Victor, Shinsuke Nakamura here with a victory. What a banger of a match. And you know what the best part of the match was? We did not get more than one commercial break. We only got one, and that was great. Even though the one that we got, it was crazy because a lot happened. I'm pretty sure a lot happened while we were on the commercial, because when we went to commercial break, we were in the ring. When we came back, we were all the way up in the audience, in the crowd. Incredible match though. We got some big spots. We got some big spots in the ring. We went all the way to the gorilla position. We went all the way up in the crowd. We came down here, and then an incredible table spot, followed by that brutal kick to the head, literally kicking Ricochet's Shinsuke Nakamura, kicking Ricochet's head off, and then pinning him for the victory. Incredible match, really beautiful match here between the two. Very cool. But I'm pretty sure that's not the end of the story. Cannot be the end of the story, not yet. But you're right, Andy. King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura, indeed, getting the victory over Ricochet. Alright, let's see what's next for this guy Shinsuke now. I mean, if this is it for his feud against Ricochet, what's next for Shinsuke Nakamura? Is he going to chase the title? Is he going to do something else? We shall find out. Victor says, I'm guessing since it's close to Halloween, Tony Khan will book Abaddon to a match soon. Yeah, that's your guess is right. Yeah, and here we are. By the way, guys, you know, just in my head, out of nowhere, this name popped up. Hulk Hogan. What's with Hulk Hogan and all these lies these days the lies that he does, all the lying that he does in interviews? Yeah, he makes up stories apparently, and then the stories turn out to be untrue. I mean, Hulk Hogan is, you know, if you think of wrestling, if you think of the golden age of the WWE, you think of Hulk Hogan, that's the first name that pops in your head. For many, even before guys like Andre the Giant or Bruno Sammartino, the first name that pops up in their heads, Hulk Hogan. And why does Hulk Hogan need to make all these lies, all this terrible stories that he makes up, and ultimately they turn out to be not true? Why is he doing it? Does anybody have any clue? Let me know. Where's Natty, says Tony, and I wonder. So Natty's gotta be fighting Piper tonight, according to the match card. So we'll see. I'm surprised Nikki Cross is actually still here. I'm surprised. She's up over there on those boxes, but she's still here. Very surprised to see that. Okay, I guess. Alright. I see Ricky. Interesting, brother. Interesting answer. Terry Bolla trying to keep himself out there, says Andy. Yep, that's right. That's right. Interesting, though. Right. Somehow you make the news, good or bad, you make the news, I guess. Here comes a Viper. Yep, Viper's going to take on Natty tonight. Should be a good match. And let's see, they haven't defended. I know you don't mean Randy, Tony, I know that. But yeah, they haven't defended those titles since July. It's crazy, you know, the Women's Tag Team Championship is a joke. It's terrible. It's a total joke. You've got legit tag teams now on the roster, right? They just featured one, Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. They literally just featured one of their tag teams. Whatever happened, right? Whatever happened to this thing about the tag team titles, you know, being available across the brand, NXT, main roster, Raw, SmackDown, everywhere. Whatever happened to being a traveling tag team that you'll go everywhere, you'll defend the title? It's terrible. If they cannot do anything with those titles, just retire it. Like, there's no shame in it. Just retire it. Just like you'd retire the 24/7 title, just retire the women's tag team titles too. You know, it makes no sense. Nikki Cross told WWE she will still be here while she's gonna go to school for her Of course she's still here, Andy. She's gotta be here because WWE's paying for her school bills, right? So she can't say no. But still, it's a shame that she shows up to work but still does not get booked, right? That's a shame. That is a shame. But I've got a feeling that we're gonna see her getting released sooner than later, because there's been no booking for Nikki Cross, and the way TKO is, they don't want to pay you money if you're not doing your job. So, you know, I feel that she's gonna get released. It's gonna be terrible, but it's gonna happen. I think her days as a pro wrestler itself are numbered. And by the way, I've been noticing a lot of people doing, you know, side business when it comes to being a wrestler. Lots of wrestlers now doing side gigs as a backup plan for if they're released or when they're released from the company. What are they going to fall back on? Mandy Rose talked about it recently on her podcast, the podcast that she started off with her boyfriend now. So she talked about starting her OnlyFans or whatever the heck she's doing as a backup plan for once she's released. And she says that my backup plan worked out beautifully. This made me think that a lot of wrestlers are actually making backup plans now. You talk about Nikki Cross getting a doctor's degree. Pretty damn cool, right? I was surprised to see today that Maxine Dupree has a line of apparel now that she's selling. You know, this is actually a business that's up and running right now. Natalia posted a photo of it, of her order from that website. Maxine Dupree, also now a fashion designer, also has a business running, and a lot of wrestlers these days have businesses running, you know, just as a backup plan. Pretty damn cool, though. Pretty damn cool. And True says tag teams in WWE means nothing anymore. You know what's the worst part is that they don't even hide it. They don't even try to cover up the fact that it means nothing. It's just, it means nothing. It's true. It's true. True is true again. And WWE Women's Tag Team Division is dead. It's sad, but it's true, says Ricky. It's true. It's true. Yep. And you got Tony says Dr. Nikki Cross, PhD. I like that. Let's book it. Dr. Nikki Cross, PhD versus Britt Baker, DMD. Oh, hell yeah. I would like that. Why not? Let's do it. That would be pretty damn cool. And let's see what else do we have here. We got Renaissance. I'm sorry. That's awesome. Good to see you once again. We've got Resident Evil AMC. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. We are live indeed. I hope things are sweet and they're okay and safe down there in Raccoon City, my man. Hopefully the zombies are under control. I never stop making that joke, right? Every time I see Resident Evil AMC pop up in the chat, I have to make that Raccoon City joke. Welcome, my man. Welcome. And it's still able to, across all brands, due to injuries, why they haven't been defended, says Victor. I mean, I don't know, brother. You look at Raw itself, right? I mean, Chelsea and Piper were just hanging out with Kaden and Casey, right? So there's opportunities. It's not like all the tag teams are injured. There are still some female tag teams that exist, but what can we do? And here we are now. An Imperium video package, I believe. If she does get released, she can only be rejoined with Sanity. You're right, Andy. You're right. It's a video package, right? It's a video package. Alright. They should retire all the tag belts for they don't do anything at all for either man or woman. That's right. Yeah. Let's see what they're going to be doing here for Jey and Cody, though, right? I mean, they put those titles on them. There's got to be something happening. Kofi Kingston opened the library. That's right. Yes, he did. You talk about giving back to your people. Talk about giving back to the community, to your fans, to the people who need that help. Kofi's a great guy. You know, he's a great guy, really. The charitable work that he's doing outside of the ring is incredible. And it's something that everyone who's fortunate enough to be able to make such charities should make such charity. And if you think about it, guys, if everybody would start making, doing things like this, right? Like opening a library or giving back to the community, if everybody would start doing it, the world itself would be a better place. Yeah, it's great. It's great. And, he's very fortunate, I feel, in my view. He's very fortunate that he can make such donations, that he can, do stuff like that. If I was able to do stuff like that, I would do it as well, and everybody should, really. Everybody should. It's all about giving back, right? It's good. And here we are. Tony says, my heart, Natty. That's right. Natalia Neidhart making her way out. I like that. She looks good as well. She looks happy, yeah. She's still nice. I mean, I know all the hate that she gets. The hate that she gets on my Instagram is unbelievable, right? But I love Natty. She's very nice to me especially. I'll just say that. Just put it out there. Look at her putting on those glasses on her fan. Look at the big smile on her face. She's beautiful. She's incredible. She's got a very good personality. Very friendly, humble, down to earth. And I can say more over and over. She's great. Natalia's great. Just incredibly friendly with her fans. Very nice lady, if I say that. So, yeah, I know that her matches are not the greatest, but she's a good person in general. Yeah. Alright, Natalia versus Piper going down right here. Both the ladies looking good. Yeah, that's right. And Natalia locks it up on Piper, by the way. So the WWE handle posted a video of Otis right? In the caption of the video, it said, "I have no neck." So instantly in my mind, I was like, what if this guy were to join forces with James Ellsworth? And I made a comment, I just imagined a tag team between Otis and James Ellsworth, the first ever necklace chinless duo. Got a lot of likes, and to be honest, there's something there. I mean, I know James Ellsworth has basically, killed his own career with the decisions that he's made, but if that hadn't been the case, and if James Ellsworth was actually a legit guy, that tag team would have actually worked between Otis and James Ellsworth. That'd be pretty cool. And here we are now. Piper Niven sent over to the corner. She grabs the ropes in time. Natalia now looking to lock in. Actually, now she's just going for the cover. Piper kicks out, rolls her over for the pin. Natalia kicks out here. She can be annoying at times, but she's cool. No, she's good. Oh, I know she can be super annoying. Especially her heel turn. I'll tell you what, that heel turn was terrible. Because she's not a heel. I think that when she tries to be a heel, she just tries hard. And that's when she becomes cringy. So let's not just make her a heel, because she's not a good heel at all. I remember one of her, SmackDown promos for her peak heel turn, where she showed up in like a Louis Vuitton, wearing a Louis Vuitton belt and boots, and she was talking about it. It was just so cringy. Like, no, the stuff. She does not need to do that. But Andy says, rumors true. Reasons why Becky Lynch is sharing the NXT title on Raw is possibly to set up the women's IC belt. Really? I mean, that's interesting. If that's interesting. That's interesting. We are now going. If that is even true, by the way, we're now going all the way. From the days of the dog days of the IC title. From the days where the IC title was absolutely obsolete, that nobody cared about it, to now possibly people talking about the fact that there could be a women's IC title. It's crazy how times change, right? How times change. Gunther really has done a big favor to the WWE and to the Intercontinental Championship by becoming the champion. Really, Gunther, the ring general, incredible. Alright guys, if you haven't checked out my video of me pre-ordering Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5, make sure to check it out. You'll see me marking out. Really, you'll see me marking out while pre-ordering the game. Yep, check it out. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. Let's take a sip of tea. LA Knight says, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. So LA Knight basically says that nobody has had the fastest rise in the WWE except for myself. So he says, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. I will go ahead and say that this is the quickest climb in the history of the business. Maybe I'm off base if somebody on Twitter out there wants to correct me. I think he's wrong, right? I mean, let me know what you think. Is his rise to the top the fastest in the industry? I don't think so. But let me know what you guys think. Is it the fastest? I don't think so. But let's see. 1 second, guys. BRB. 1 second.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste, bitch, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate, bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed.
And we're back. We're back in a second. And he says, hey, just speaking of Gunther. Gunther is the front runner to fight Brock Lesnar at Mania. I see. Honestly, that'd be cool. That would be a good send-up for Brock Lesnar. Passing the torch to a legit big guy. Same size, same everything. Very similar personality. I like that. But how old is Gunther? 1 second. 36 years old. Still young. If you'd like to, he can actually give to the industry at least 10 more good years, right? At least 10 more. That's cool. How old is Brock Lesnar? 46 years, so exactly 10 years old. Really 10 years older than Gunther. Gunther's 36, Brock's 46. Gunther's cool, for a retirement match. Gunther is awesome. but I'm just looking at it at a long-term perspective, right? I think if somebody should retire Brock Lesnar, no offense to Gunther, he's great, he's a ring general. I've interviewed the guy, he's a legit threat, right? Even to stand in front of. I wouldn't mind, I would never mess with this guy. But, with that being said, if somebody were to retire Brock Lesnar, really, in a true passing of the torch kind of a match, I wouldn't say that the age gap should be 10 years, I would say 20 years. I would say somebody in their 20s should retire Brock Lesnar, because that way you're looking at a long-term star, not just a star who's going to be around 10 years. I'm being a little bit greedy here, but I feel that somebody 26, 27, a future star, who needs that big spotlight would be great. But of course, Gunther, if he defeats Brock, that'd be pretty cool as well. 10 years, not a short time at all. 10 years, he can do incredible stuff. And, beating Brock Lesnar, retiring him, has got to send him to a whole different level in his career. So why not? Why not? And let's see. What else do we have here? Are we of the air? No, Tony, we're here, my brother. That's right. And but it's not the fastest rise, that's true. It's not. But of course he wants to toot his own horn. Toot toot, good for him. Edge will be right. I'm back. That's right. What song was that? I'm not sure, Victor. I just played a random song. I'm sorry about that. And here we are, we've got a victory. Piper Niven defeats Natalia. There you are. And Braun Breaker would be a good exactly, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Gary, you feel me? I like that. So, yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. Somebody who's new and who actually needs that level of push. Braun Breaker, actually, the fantastic name. He's 25 years old. He'll easily give to the industry 20 to 25 or 21 years more, easily. So, yeah, investing in a guy like Braun Breaker is the way to go, guys, really. I think that a guy like Braun Breaker is going to stay loyal. He's going to stay with the company for the longest time, and just giving that push, that passing of the torch would be incredible, because he would need that. When he's new to the roster, when he has to make an impact, him versus Brock at WrestleMania, he beats Brock 1, 2, 3. That is a true passing of the torch, guys. That'd be pretty cool, right? That'd be pretty cool. But, I'm not going to lie. I mean, when Brock beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, that was also some sort of a passing of the torch, was it not? And Brock was 36 or something years old then. Same as Gunther. So, if they want to give Gunther that win, I would not be against that either, because that'd be pretty cool as well. But let's see. That's okay, Gary. I can't either. That's okay. Outside of Walter, nobody on the roster is at that level to retire wrestling. So, that's right. That is true. Nobody else is there. Is Damian Priest there? I don't think so. Is Finn Balor there? I don't think so. Is Dominic Mysterio there? Absolutely not. You're right. Where you been? What's going on here? Wow. that little chin rub over there. Pet puppy, Dominic Mysterio. That was so funny. Okay. Alright, time to sing. You know it, Victor. Whoa, whoa. I'm a terrible singer. I'm not even gonna try. Sorry, guys. It was no surprise at all that KO moved over. I was happy when that happened, Andy. I was happy when that happened. I'll say it again. Said it before in the stream. I'll say it again. There are some friends who push you to the next level. There are some friends who bring out the best in you, right? And there are some friends who do that until a certain period, and then you both get so comfortable that you both go nowhere, right? That you're both just bland. And I feel that was the case in the case of RK Bro. I feel like that was the case, of course, with Kevin and Sami. That was the case with Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs. And for that reason, I'm glad that Kevin and Sami have been split. That Kevin Owens is on SmackDown. I'm not sure what Sami's going to do. I'm not sure where he's going to end up. What place in the card is he's going to end up being. I'm not sure. I don't have high expectations from Sami. But Kevin, I know he's going to do big stuff, right? I don't know about Sami, though. Let's see, but I'm happy that they've split up, you know. I'm happy. Alright, I like that, Gary. I like that a lot. Jeff freaking Hardy. Wait a second, what happened? What happened there? Wait, Tony, why did you bring up Jeff Hardy's name? What's going on here? Alright, that's right, Victor. I like the singing. Never mind, it's set. Oh, that's right. It's set. Yes, it's set. I like that. Now that's from Star Trek crap out there, that outfit, yeah? Seth Rollins with his crazy-ass outfits, that's right. The Bang Bang Club, hilarious as Andy, yep. That's right. Alright, by the way, guys, we were talking about Sunny, we were talking about Tammy. Now, Tammy has filed a motion asking for a lower sentence. So she says that she cites mental disorder, and for that she says that she should be given a lower sentence because mental disorder is to be blamed. That's that. It says that the motion that states suffers from a mental disorder that is unrelated to substance abuse or addiction or physical disability, and the defendant is amendable to treatment. So that's what she's saying. She says, I'm just mentally not stable. So let's see what's going to be happening. Just like our brother Andy over here mentioned earlier, that 27th November is when she will be sentenced. So she will get the final word on her case next month, November 27th. So let's see what's that's going to be. First she's trying to get the easy way out of here. Andrew Nautic, my brother, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. No studio, I know. Great to see you, Nautic. Welcome. But I did upload a video earlier today of me pre-ordering the new Spider-Man game. That was in the studio. Check it out, Andy. Welcome once again, Andrew. Welcome. And Guns Up Blood Gold, you know what, Andy? You know what? She does have mental issues for several years, says Andy. Well, obviously, definitely there's got to be something going on. AJ, you need a pair of sunglasses like Seth Rollins has, You're right about that, brother. Like crazy extravagant pair. It's so hard for me. I've said it before, right? It's so hard for me to actually find a pair that fits me. Let it be sunglasses or your prescription glasses. I've got a big head, bigger than most people over here have. So I went to, the number one optician over here, one of the biggest shops, in the country, and they looked at me and they showed me pairs that were like, crazy. The one pair that they showed me, guys, I didn't even know that prescription glasses can be so expensive. 1 second. One of the pairs that this guy showed me, I went to the shop, right? He showed me a pair worth $1,500, and there was no sunglass. It was a prescription glass. And I was like, no, this doesn't fit me either. And I looked at its price, $1,500, crazy. But yeah, they showed me like every single pair that they thought would fit me, and they said no. In India, you're not gonna find a pair that's gonna fit you easily because, usually that's not the typical size. So for that, you'll have to purchase a pair overseas. So for that reason, I'll have to travel over to America and buy myself a replica title, buy myself a new pair, and also perhaps go to WrestleMania. We'll see. And let's see. But yeah, Seth Rollins kind of pair, important, Gary. I'll definitely get one. True says cocaine is a mental disorder indeed. Well, let's see what the sentence is going to be. November 27th, we'll find out what the judge feels in this case. And what sentence is Tammy Sytch going to get, in her case. We'll see. Sorry on the late, just got home. No, don't be sorry, my brother Andrew. We missed you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've been keeping well, Andrew. I like that, everybody. All good, Andrew. You haven't missed anything important, says Andy. I like that. Okay. And here he is. Indeed, Star Trek kind of mess. Those are not even good-looking glasses. What the hell is he wearing? That's not even cool. No, actually, Gary, I'll take my words back. I'm not buying that pair. That looks terrible. That looks terrible. That is atrocious. Anyways, we got Andrew says, I had to go to vaccination on the way home. Really? Vaccination? I see. Nice to stay safe, brother. And here we are. taking a look at what happened between Seth and Drew McIntyre last week on Monday night, when, of course, the match was made official between Seth and Drew, and this guy comes in to try and cash his Money in the Bank briefcase. Of course, Drew McIntyre did not get involved in the beatdown beforehand, but had to get involved when the briefcase came in because he wants to fight Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel for that championship. He will not allow anybody to ruin that opportunity of his. Anyways, let's see what the build-up is going to be like here tonight between Seth and Drew. What are they going to be doing ahead of Crown Jewel? Crown Jewel is literally right around the corner, so they really have a lot of stuff to do. They really have to have this heat between them, because so far it doesn't even feel like a rivalry, right? But before they go to Saudi Arabia, there must be something cooking between them. We shall see. Seth Rollins still loving it. Nice. Rollins is ready. And by the way, guys, I'm not sure if you guys came across this interview, but Edge, Adam Copeland, recently said that he feels like a teenager in AEW. So that's amazing. That's great. Edge, I work in the healthcare, and we have to. That's very important, Andrew, and it's great. You know, you have to stay protected, have to stay safe. It's good. Good. And those sunglasses, they look terrible. I'll say it again. Terrible. Just ugly. Handy, when I was in the US, I also had to get a flu shot every single year. Yeah, it was required for us to get one. Is this guy wearing a skirt tonight? It sure does look like a skirt, alright? Anyways, guys, I'm not sure if anybody saw a post that I made earlier on Instagram about the WWE installing a giant, I believe a 7 feet tall, WWE Championship outside of their headquarters. It's a big, like a statue, right? It's a big monument that they're installing outside of their headquarters. This is a big WWE gold belt, the one that currently Roman Reigns is wearing these days, whenever he shows up. So that monument is being installed outside of the headquarters, and it's quite creative in a way, because the strap of the belt is going to be laid out on the floor, and it's going to go around in such a way that it's actually going to be working as a seat for people to sit down on. So not only is it going to be a monument where, you know, you can pose, take pictures and stuff, but the straps of the belt of the monument are going to work as seat for people. So that's interesting. What nice concept, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are going to travel down to Connecticut and to that headquarters just to take pictures with that title. That's pretty damn cool. And yeah, I work with a lot of people. Andrew, you do a great job, brother. Much respect to you, much love to you. Seth needs to stop going to Becky's closet. You're right about that, McTenya. We are now with Drew McIntyre. What does Drew have to say here, right? I like Drew's hair. Very nice. Well, if you got some evidence, what's happening? Oh, there you go. last week we did point this out, right? That Drew was hanging out in the back with Ria Ripley. We brought this up, people on social media pointed it out, it happened. You saw that Damon Priest here tonight asked Ria Ripley, where have you been? What have you been busy with these days? And of course Ria Ripley did not really have an answer to that. Ria Ripley did not want to draw down Mysterio by her side tonight for her match against Shayna Baszler. And here we are with Seth Rollins bringing out the fact that Drew was hanging out with Ria Ripley. So what's cooking? What the hell's happening? Whoa! What's happening? You know those words, she came to me? They spell trouble, really. She came to, I'm not going to her, she came to me. That spells trouble. Drew McIntyre, with that being said, could be getting on the wrong side of the Judgment Day here, guys. Damn. Is he? Drew McIntyre is looking to take away Seth Rollins' title and Dominic's mommy. Same night. That's crazy. Scottish Warriors marching towards a title shot. That's good. A title shot and a mommy. Both of them. Same damn time. Holy... I know, Brother Tony. I know. Yeah. Seth's not wrong, right? He says the Judgment Day is a slippery slope, buddy. He's not wrong about that. Drew should know better about it as well. Buddy Matthews punching holes on the wall. Somebody in the comments on my Instagram earlier put a comment saying out there, buddy, better get out of the way quick, brother, because, it's not going to end up well for you. Yeah, he probably is punching holes right now. Drew's turning heel, but time, says Andy. Seems like it, brother. It's 2-for-1 deal, says Andrew. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what Drew McIntyre's deal with the bloodline is. I mean, Jey Uso moved on, right? He's moved on. He's all the way on Raw. He's with Cody Rhodes. Literally was born into the bloodline. He moved on. McIntyre is a Scottish warrior. Has nothing to do with Samoans altogether. Cannot move on for the heck of it. What's the deal with this guy? Get over it, Drew. Drew is neutral, sister, yeah. And the fans start singing his song again. Well, his theme song sucks, for starters, right? Let's just say that Drew McIntyre's theme song actually sucks. And there's no way, no way that people can sing along to that mess of a song. So what are we even talking about, Drew? Your dream? Well, your song sucks. Let's just be honest here. Alright, that earlier song that he used to use, what was that? Broken Hearts? Hey, that was pretty damn cool. But the new one, it's terrible. Nobody can sing that to that. Broken Dreams, one of my favorite theme songs from back in the day. A really cool song, but they had to change it. You're right, True. Yep. He's neutral like that. He actually got Seth Rollins a little bit speechless here. Does it not seem like it? Yeah, it definitely seems like it. Wow. Interesting.
I know how difficult it can be to get yourself back to the top of the mountain. I spent 4 years digging and fighting and clawing to get back to the top of that mountain.
Yeah, they teased it a lot that, he was going to have his old song back. I can't recall. Was it WrestleMania where he actually had that little bit of a snippet of that old song before it broke down to his new song again? It was nice. should really bring back that old song. You know, the new one's a mess, really a mess. Now, especially that he's neutral, you know, there's been no better opportunity, you know, for them to bring back that song than now. Broken Dreams for a neutral Drew McIntyre. Heck yeah, do it, you know. Seth says, "You've got nobody to blame, brother, but yourself." Look, I knew it. You know, when Seth Rollins came out here in a skirt, I knew this guy ain't fighting tonight, and he's not. You know, he's already on his way out. There was no way in hell that these two were gonna fight in what they're wearing tonight. Cool. With that being said, Raw Heavyweight Championship match coming out at Crown Jewel November 4th, live from the Saudi Arabia. So that's that. Also, I'm pretty sure you guys all heard about it already. TKO is bringing the UFC Fight Night also to Saudi Arabia next year, 2024, for the Riyadh season, along with the WWE as well, of course. So that's cool. With that being said, here we are. Kevin Patrick, Wade Barrett, Raw. Man, this guy's a joke, right? This guy's a joke. You can tell that Wade Barrett is not happy. He's got the look on his face that wants to make... you can tell that this guy wants to slap Kevin Patrick in the face. Like, he's struggling not to. Yeah. Let's see what else do we have here. We've got Bronson Reed coming up now. Bronson Reed is going to be fighting Gunther in what should be a great Intercontinental Championship match. Can I say that tonight's show has actually not been bad? It's been a pretty sweet show. We have seen some sweet matches, some nice promos. It's been a sweet show overall. Not bad at all. It's been about an hour and 13 minutes since we've been watching it. Not shabby. Not shabby. Still got about 2 hours to go, so we'll see what happens. But first hour, not bad. But has it been slow? Yes, it's been slow. I thought it must have easily been like 90 minutes, but it's only been like an hour and 10 or so. So, yeah, a little bit slow, I must say. Yeah, it's definitely slow. When does that contract for Crown Jewel expire? Never liked it. I believe 2027 was when it was going to expire. 1 second. Crown Jewel, WWE Saudi Arabia deal. Let's see. I believe 2027, but let me look into it very quickly for you, Andy. So, 2028. It's gonna go up until 2028. So 5 more years to go. We're halfway there, Andy. We're halfway there. I'm quite certain that they're gonna renew the contract, though, the way that it's going. And once again, 2028 easily. It's gonna go up till there. And now we've got Ludwig Kaiser here for some solo action. You know, when I interviewed Ludwig during the WWE media tour here in India, I asked him about pursuing the tag team championship along with Vinci. While Vinci seemed open to it, Ludwig Kaiser put it out there, that last few weeks we've been doing solo action. It was quite obvious that this guy wanted to do a solo run more than a tag team, and here you are now, Ludwig Kaiser basking in his own glory. The spotlight is on him, and here he is tonight taking on Johnny Gargano, and I'm hoping that he gets the victory. I mean, we've gone to a commercial break. If Johnny Gargano does not get to make an entrance, it's certain that he's not going to get a victory. Anyways, it won't now, says True. You're right. Not now. True, so Andy said Arabia WWE partnership, but what can you do about it? What can we do about it? Anyways, let's see what else do we have here. Of course, we talked about it earlier. Ed says that, he feels like a teenager in AEW, so he's happy to be there. That's great. And, we had a couple teenagers, actually. Couple legends, couple WWE veterans, that's Kurt Angle and Ted DiBiase, come out earlier today and talk about their time in backstage roles in the WWE. Kurt Angle said that he was made a producer, but he never really gave his 100% to the role. He never took it seriously. He never did a good job at it because he never enjoyed it. He said that he would have much rather wrestled, but that wasn't going to be the case, so he was offered the producer's role. He said that he knew in the back of his mind that once there were going to be budget cuts, once they were going to start releasing people, backstage, producers, Kurt Angle said that he knew he was going to be the first. And he said that he got that phone call, and the phone call said that we're going to let you go, Kurt. He says he was not surprised, but now looking back at it, he feels that he should have taken it more seriously. Also, on top of that, we had Ted DiBiase come out recently, also talk about his time and backstage role in the WWE, says that he would rather like to forget about it. So 2 people came out, 2 legends came out, talking about it at the exact same time. Is interesting. Anyways, another big update here from the dirt sheets about Rock versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania 40. So it says that SI.com, right? Sports Insider. What they're reporting is that the decision about WrestleMania will not be The Rock to make, nor is the main event even a topic of substance. So there are currently no plans for it to happen. So it's not certain if Rock's gonna be there or not. What they're saying is that the decision about WrestleMania is not The Rock's to make. So Rock's not the one who's going to make that decision. That the main event between Rock and Roman Reigns, the speculated main event, is not even a topic of debate right now backstage. So that's interesting. So let's see. We've got True saying who actually thinks that LA Knight is going to win that crown jewel. You know, I feel like LA Knight and Roman Reigns is going to make the fans happy. And usually the WWE likes to give the fans what they want in Saudi Arabia. We have gone to the extent of bringing back Shawn Michaels out of retirement for Saudi Arabia, guys. So of course the WWE was more than happy to give us LA Knight versus Roman Reigns for Saudi Arabia. But, you know, I feel like it's just going to make fans happy. The fans are happy that LA Knight is getting that push. But I absolutely do not see LA Knight as a champion. Nah. You know, in the words of LA Knight himself, nah. It's not happening. He's not defeating Roman Reigns, and you can take my word for it. It's not happening, guys. Absolutely not. Let me know if you think it's happening, though. True says Angle wanted to wrestle, not do that. That's right. He did not want to do that. He did not want to retire. He did not want to retire without Cena, but of course Vince wanted otherwise. That's that. Sad for Church. And Crown Prince should buy Roman to stay there. Andy says he should just buy Roman Reigns and keep him there in Saudi Arabia. I like that. True. That's fun. That's funny. Alright, let's see what else do we have going on now. Once again, I've got to say, it doesn't matter how the show has been. It's always a banger when we're watching a show together, right? It's always a fun time. It's always a great time when we're watching the show together. So thanks for everybody for being here. Let's see what else do we have cooking. So we know that Kevin Patrick is there, right? And we hate it. We absolutely hate it. But the one thing that's great about it is that Michael Cole is gone only for this week. It says that he's off tonight's episode because of personal commitments. Is not on the show tonight, and he had requested the week off some time ago. And it's funny enough, it ended up being the season premiere. It's got nothing to do with anything else. No politics, none of that stuff. Kevin Patrick's move to Raw is not for good. It's only for this week, so that's good. It's good. Michael Cole will be back next week. That's great. But the bad part about it is that we're gonna hear Kevin Patrick twice this week, Raw and SmackDown. That sucks, right? All right. What else do we have here? What else do we have going on? Of course, Logan Paul talking about Ray talking about Logan.
United States champion. But I do want to hear what he has to say.
I feel so dumb because I just realized that the United States Championship also has side plates. I never actually noticed that before today. Yeah, that's very funny. But apparently, oh, come on. Logan Paul is going to be here on Friday night. I mean, not just Kevin Patrick, but also Logan Paul. This Friday night might be a skippable SmackDown, guys. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Just kidding. It's going to be fine. By the way, guys, also speaking of Friday night, AEW Rampage, this past Friday, actually, the ratings improved drastically. And they hit a 2-month high this past Friday night. So Rampage did better. It got a pretty nice boost to the ratings, which is cool, right? And let's see, what else do we have going on? Bobby isn't done with Ray yet, says that's true, yeah, that's right. I'm back from eating my dinner. Welcome back, Ricky, welcome back. Since Roman has been the corporate sponsored champion, he has been having me not caring about that much wrestling. You're right, Andy. Yeah, showing up once in a blue moon It's crazy. While Logan Paul is going to be at SmackDown as Ricky, well, brother, you know why he's going to be there in SmackDown? Because they are going to Saudi Arabia, and Logan's here for that big-ass Saudi Arabian paycheck, my man. You know exactly why he's coming back. He's coming back. You know, he'll be here for Royal Rumble. He'll be here for WrestleMania. He'll come back for SummerSlam, and he sure in hell is going to be here for Saudi Arabia. That's it. Logan Paul is a 4 times a year kind of a WWE superstar. That's it. Rampage has been good, says True. Well, this Friday night, Rampage is going to be a banger. And that is because they are actually, according to Meltzer, they are actually planning a special match between featuring Mystico. Sin Cara, that was the original Sin Cara in the WWE, is going to be here. Is going to be making his debut tonight. It's going to be a CMLL match. While it's not going to have like a CMLL ring or a CMLL announcer or referee, we're going to have a special presentation for this match tonight. On Friday night on Rampage. So special presentation for Sin Cara or Mystico. It's going to be good. Let's see. I told you AJ Logan Paul was going to be there. You're right, Andy. Yeah, I hate it. And Ray... You're right, Ricky. You're right. Ricky says Rampage was low rating last Friday over West Coast because of NBA. Well, it did pretty well, overall. 2 months high. Sweet for them. AJ Breaking News, you're too fit. I know, Andrew. I know. Terrible. Why did you bring up Riddle, though? It's so great that Riddle is not in the WWE. I mean, no offense, but... it's great that not taking a tease me with Matt Riddle's name anymore. Oh, really, Ricky? Interesting, says Andy. Indeed, oldest title in wrestling. Yeah. And here we are now, running over to Gargano with a clothesline, taking him out. I like that, Gargano jobbing out to Ludwig Kaiser. That is exactly what he's made for. Good stuff. I like it. You guys can tell I'm not a Johnny Gargano fan at all. Okay, he did some good stuff in NXT, but main roster, ever since he's made his debut, Gargano has not been able to hang out with these tough big guys, right? It has not worked out, and here we are, getting his ass kicked here by Ludwig Kaiser. Gargano goes down hard to the barricade. Kaiser dominating. That's a side kick, guys. That's a side kick who is kicking Gargano's arse. That's terrible. 802 to everybody on West Coast. Watch Rampage. Never on the air, was movie Oh, really? That's crazy, Ricky. That's crazy. Collision and Battle of the Belts this week. So it's true. That's amazing. That's great. Looking forward to it. Let's see what else do we have here. So, Lana or CJ Perry. She talked about, her AEW debut recently with Fightful, and Lana mentioned that this whole thing was in the works for over 2 years. That Miro had been planning this for 2 years, in promos referencing his wife and whatnot. She says it was all Miro's idea, it was all his plans, and this was in the making for 2 years. The timing was right now, and that's why she's here in AEW. CJ Perry is All Elite. That's right. I'm not sure how do you guys feel about this storyline that's going on, by the way, with CJ Perry? Apparently, I don't want to use that word because that word is being thrown around a lot in social media. I'm not going to use that C word, but I'm just going to say that apparently she is looking at, she's going out with other people, that she's cheating on Miro. Maybe, I don't know, there's an interesting storyline going on with CJ Perry. Of course, Miro is very insecure about her. It kind of gives you flashbacks from that whole Bobby Lashley, Lana, storyline. How do you feel about it? Them trying to recreate it in AEW. How do you feel about that? Let me know. Yeah, that's right. That's the word. True. That was the word that I did not want to use. And Ricky says 3 hours wrestling this weekend. Same town. Bound for Glory is going to be on the air. That's nice, Ricky. Bound for Glory is going to be another incredible match card. We're going to watch that show. Pretty sure it's going to be a good one. And he says, I'm Johnny Gargano fan. Way before he came to the WWE, I knew when he came he wouldn't do anything on the main roster. And really, he has not. To the point that actually, I liked Gargano as well in NXT. But when he came to the main roster, I could not stand the guy. It's been just terrible. And him and Candice, the surprising part about it is that not only is he singing alone, but he's singing with his friends, that Candice and Dexter. I look at Gargano and Candice and Dexter, and I'm reminded of this old cartoon on the Cartoon Network that used to play back in the day. It was called Ed, Ed, and Eddie. You know, I'm reminded of them. They're like three musketeers walking around doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. What can you do? Anyways, let's see. Kicking for clients. You're right, True. That's it. That's a whole different storyline for a whole different brand. A matter or not, I'm still a 420 versus Gary. Okay, Gary, I like that. That's old story of Miro and CJ Perry, says Andy. Yes, sad but true. Hopefully not real though. And here we are now taking a look back at NXT. Booker T with a very solid promo for NXT. AJ, what match are you looking forward to the most at this Bound for Glory? Let's take a look at the match card actually, Ricky. Bound for Glory 2023. Let's take a look. I know it's gonna be a big event, Bound for Glory. So we got Alex Shelley, Josh Alexander for the world title. We've got Will Ospreay, Mike Bailey. I think right off the bat, right, the obvious answer would be Will Ospreay. I mean, he's in action. That's always a good thing. But Will Ospreay is gonna take on Mike Bailey. I think we already know that Will Ospreay is gonna get the victory over Bailey. I think that's obvious, but still, it should make for a sweet match. Chris Sabin is gonna take on Kenta. That's another big one for the X title. We got Trinity and Mickie James. Should be nice. I expect Trinity to retain again, but Call Your Shot Gauntlet should be another big one. You know, we saw this pay-per-view last year, and I believe Moose won the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, and then he cashed in the same night. So that's the crazy, you know. The stipulation attached to this match. The Rascals are going to take on EBC. MK Ultra going to take on Deanna Perez and Tasha Steelz. And then you got PCO, Riho, Steve Macklin, and Moose in a four-way Monster Balls match. So a big match taking place. Total of 8 matches taking place. So that's that. I am the most looking forward to Will Ospreay and Mike Bailey and the Monster Balls match, because that's going to be a crazy one. I think Moose is going to win, or he should win, but we shall find out. We got truth can be painful at times, says Andrew. That's right. Gargano has sucked on Raw. He absolutely has, you know, to the point that usually when somebody sucks on a brand, right, you're like, oh, the WWE is doing them dirty, so dirty. But with Gargano, I know that WWE is doing him dirty, right? It's not his fault, but still, he has sucked so bad that I've started to dislike Gargano, right? I cannot stand this guy, just as much as I could not stand Matt Riddle. Yeah, I just can't. And here we are now, Gargano in the driver's seat. Alex Shelley better retain his title, says Andy. Yeah, I agree with that, brother. He should. Alexander Ospreay is the following nights. It's true. Banger after banger. I like that, Ricky. Still to come is Gunther versus Bronson Reed for the IC title. And now we've got Ludwig Kaiser up on the second rope and hitting... who's going to go for the big punch straight to Gargano's head. But Gargano gets out of the way, steps away, and now with a kick to his shin. Ludwig Kaiser on the top rope, on the second rope, in trouble. Powerbomb to Kaiser off the second rope here from Gargano, going for the cover, but Ludwig Kaiser kicks out. The one thing that I have to appreciate about Kaiser is his hairstyle, right? I mean, he can take powerbombs, he can take DDTs, he can get hit with chops, everything, but his hairstyle, it never goes bad. His hair always looking flawless. Ricky says, AJ, who was the guy with Impact Wrestling last Thursday everybody in the dirt sheet was talking about? I wonder, Ricky, I wondered the same thing. Alright. It was an ex-WWE star at Impact Wrestling. So I probably we're going to find out about for Glory, right? If you haven't found it already. But let's see. Again, it's now Ludwig Kaiser, who seems like he's in control. Good stuff. Go for the cover on Gargano. And Gargano kicks out. There you are. Oh, you talk about Kozlov. Ricky. Oh, Vladimir Kozlov. Okay, that's sweet. Man. Vladimir Kozlov. What a guy. You know, I was a big Kozlov fan. Like, as a kid, watching him and take on the likes of Triple H back in the day on SmackDown, it scared me, and I was intimidated by him, by his presence. He really seemed to me like a threat when I was a kid and I used to watch the show. But then soon enough, a couple years later, he was drafted to Raw and he was having teacup parties with Santino Marella. So that was terrible. You know, he had a pretty bad downfall in the WWE, all the way from being a big threat and, you know, taking on Triple H to having teacup parties with Santino. Terrible. But now he's with Impact. He seems a little desperate for attention, but let's see what it's gonna be like, you know, for him to be back in the wrestling. Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Once again, thanks, Andy. Thank you, Anil. Kozlov, Santino are really good friends. Yes, they are. And here we are now, Gargano running over to Vinci, taking him out. My man Vinci, he's a great guy. And Gargano grabbing him from the back of the head, setting him straight over and over again, face first into commentator's desk. Vinci rolling into the ring, causing some distraction. Ludwig Kaiser taking advantage and taking out this guy Gargano just like that. He's looking to end him, and here we are going for the cover. Ludwig with a big victory here over Gargano. The Imperium stays strong. Ludwig Kaiser with a very impressive victory, a massive one as well, to take on Gargano, to defeat him here is big. Good for Ludwig at the start of his solo career. Good for this guy. The next time that I'm gonna interview him, this guy's gonna be even cockier, you know. Now that he's having success in solo run, this guy, it's only gonna feed his ego. That's for certain. But that's okay, because this guy is good. Impact Wrestling has been good match out there, Suzanne Ricky. That's sweet. And here we are now with Becky Lynch making her way out, the NXT champion here.
And these are giving to the women for the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, speaking of Gargano.
You say you want to face everyone, and you want to be a fighting champion.
Anybody who takes Indy Hartwell or Candice LeRae seriously, much love to you. That's all I can say. Wait. So they were running a NXT promo for tomorrow, and then they showed us a clip of John Cena, Taker, and Cody Rhodes. I'm like, are these guys showing up tomorrow as well? But obviously they're not. They're not. Triple H walking around with Cena's belt was just weird, says True. Yeah. And it says boring. Ricky says Becky, that's right, the man. Sarah's good to see ya. Indy, what? She's angry. Well, let's see what she's gonna do now. Indy Hartwell, Becky Lynch. If it's happening I'm not sure if it's happening tonight, but if it's happening tonight, it's gotta be a filler. Candice, yep, I know. Whenever Gargano shows up, you can expect Candice to be there. When Gargano's not there, Candice is not going to be there. When Candice is there, Gargano is there. When Candice isn't there, Gargano is not there. Like, these guys will never show up on TV without each other. They have to have each other on TV. Yep, they're going to show up the same night. Or they're not going to show up all together instead. Alright. Commercial going on. Lesnar only 44 years old, so crazy. Younger than Brock Lesnar, 2 years younger than Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he's good though. I mean, gotta say this, a beard looks good on everybody. And Vladimir Kozlov without a beard definitely looked like, a little bit chubby. Yeah, did not look nearly as good as he does now with a beard. It really has done him wonders. He looks more of a badass now. He's had a little bit of a Hollywood career, some modeling career, and he's done fine for himself outside of the ring. Now that he's back in the ring, let's see what's that gonna be like. But True says that Triple H walking around with Cena's belt was just weird. That brings back memories from 2010. Triple H with that spinner belt. Hey, I liked it because that was the era, that was the period when I actually got into the WWE itself. Right, I started watching about 2007, 8, something like that. And Triple H was champion, right? Around that time. I remember Triple H making that entrance, the Watcher falling down, the dripping down on that title as it was spinning out. I loved it, man. I loved it. It was great, I loved the spinner If I could, I would buy a spinner belt because, it brings back so much nostalgia. It makes you feel like a kid. Yeah, I would buy the spinner belt. I would definitely buy the spinner belt. Definitely. Wow. I feel so nostalgic now, guys. True, you should have not brought that up. Alright, I can't stop smiling now. Anyways, commercial break still going on. Let's take a look at the dirt sheet, see if there's anything else cooking. Right here. Nothing yet. Alright. Once again, guys. Yeah, true. Alright, so, by the way, NWA is putting together a pay-per-view as well, guys. NWA on the 28th of October, 11 days from now, are going to put together NWA Sam Hain, which is going to be their pay-per-view. And on the pre-show, they've got some sweet matches, right? Sam Hain is going to take place 11 days from now, and pre-show has some intriguing matches, a career versus career match as well. So that's that. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. Colby Carino confirms he's under contract to NWA, which is sweet again. You know, NWA does not really offer a lot of contracts for a lot of people, so for Colby to under contract is sweet. Also, we were talking about AEW and how AEW reached a 2 months high. Same with WWE, it actually reached a 4 weeks high, which is a month high of ratings with Roman Reigns' return. So that was cool as well. You know, AEW did well, Rampage did well, and so did SmackDown this past Friday. So Friday night was a good night for wrestling overall, it seems.
Appreciate that, man, and I respect you going out of your way to tell me that. Thank you.
It was a great friendship. I literally felt that way and wanted to talk to you. Just got instantly forgave Jey. That guy has literally done the exact opposite of what you've done. The right-hand man of the bloodline came over here and just instantly extended forgiveness.
Sami Zayn's gonna piss Drew McIntyre off now, right? He also says, Seth Rollins right, you have to let that stuff get behind you. Gotta move on, Drew. Grow up and move on. Speaking of NWA and of course Drew McIntyre on TV right now, did you guys know that Drew McIntyre was once married to former NWA star Taryn Terrell? Yeah, I was surprised when I came to know that. You know, when I was making my questions and I was researching Taryn Terrell, you know, for the interview that I did with her last year, and then I came to know, wow, she was married to Drew once, and wow, they had a pretty damn bad divorce. Yep. But of course, both of them happy in their own lives now, which is awesome. You know, that's what you want. After, if somebody gets divorced, you want both the guys to be happy. So that's nice. Sweet match coming up. Wow. That was sweet. Let's see if Adam Pearce is going to make that match official, though. We have to wait and see. We have to wait to find out. Especially, it's actually surprising, because we have not seen the general manager at all tonight, right? There has been no presence of him on TV at all. As the GM, you know, I would have expected for him to be a lot, you know, featured a lot more than, you know, he has been tonight. That is zero. Anyways, Ria Ripley making her way out here. Drew, why are you so crazy? Take it easy, Drew. Take it easy, says Ricky. I see that, brother. Ricky, Andy. So the NWA Sam Hain, this match is actually going to take place on the pre-show, which is quite surprising. But Rush Freeman is going to take on Brady Pierce in a loser leaves NWA match on October 28th. It's NWA Sam Hain, the pre-show. So, you know, Rush Freeman is a good friend of mine. He's a very chill guy. And yeah, he is going to be going up against his good friend Brady Pierce together. I did an interview with them a few months ago actually. You know, it was Brady Pierce and Rush Freeman, both of them that I interviewed together for their upcoming match. You know, together they're known as the Spectaculars, but the team is now broken up and they're going to be fighting each other. The special guest referee actually is going to be Rush Freeman's older brother. You know, so that's Ronald Freeman, the little Ronald Freeman. Yeah. That's right, Tony non-title match. If Adam Pearce approves it, he's in his office. That's right, true. AJ for GM says, Anil, that'd be great. You know, I'd take the job. The first ever Sikh general manager. That'd be nice. That'd be historic, right? But nobody knows me, Anil. It's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's the truth. Question is, what network? Oh, brother, it's gonna be on Fight, Ricky. It's gonna be on Fight. Yeah, they signed a TV deal, but we don't know where it's gonna be yet. I mean, that's what this guy has claimed that has happened, right? He says, Billy Corgan says that they've signed not one but 2 network deals, which is interesting to me, considering they don't even have that many shows that they need 2 network deals, right? They've got the NWA Power, and then they've got NWA USA, both of which, you know, so far they stream on Fight and YouTube. But now that he says they've signed 2 TV deals, which makes me wonder if one show is going to stream on, if Power is going to stream on one network, and then the other show that's USA is going to stream on the other television network. We'll see. And how big are those networks? We don't know. I mean, he said they're in the top 20. But top 20, there's a lot of names in top 20. Some are big, some are not so big. So we'll see. And speaking of big, Shayna Baszler coming out. This should be a big match altogether. And look at that. What is she wearing? She's ready for a fight, guys. Interesting match coming up. I agree, true. I feel this is the biggest match of Rhea Ripley's, I definitely feel that her current run as champion, there has been no bigger opponent that she's faced in the ring yet. No bigger threat than Shayna Baszler. Both of these 2 ladies are badasses. Both of them wear a lot of makeup around their eyes. They've got a lot in common. This should be a good match. But of course, before a good match, we always go to a commercial. Baddie alert, says Tony. That's right, brother. With that being said, commercial break is upon us. Alright. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. Again, NWA, they took the title off this guy, Tyrus, but they put it on EC3. I'm not sure what was better, Tyrus or EC3. I don't like either. I don't like either. Never been an EC3 fan. I tried to get behind him because there was at one point a lot of hype behind EC3. People liked EC3. So I also tried to get behind this guy, but, no, not a fan. Not a fan. Alright. Another Dave Bautista film, by the way, is in the works. 3rd movie in Knives Out franchise that features Bautista is in the works. Let's see. Alright. Sweet. Carlito recently, got out there and said that he's not a big fan. He was not a big fan of his theme song being changed. And the WWE, which I also agree with, I really liked his old theme song. But, he says maybe it'll grow on us. Maybe it'll grow on us, maybe it'll not. We'll see. AJ Sky Blue has been good fight for the TBS belt. Zandy, that's sweet. More power to Sky Blue. She is good. Deserves some success. Nah, never ever should have returned, says Andy. Well, somebody speculated that maybe she's been brought back only to be fed to Jade Cargill. If that's the case, sure. But other than that, I don't see why is she back either, brother. I just don't know it. Loved him at Impact, but did not like his CYN BS. Says, I don't know, I get that, brother. The controlling narrative thing was just weird. And the funniest part, about it was that I probably should not say it, but you guys are my brothers, and I know you'll keep a secret, so I'll say it right now. I interviewed somebody, right? Should I say his name? I think you guys are smart enough to know that, right? But I interviewed somebody who was with PCW Ultra at one point, right? That's when I interviewed him. But then, literally a few weeks later, 2 weeks later, he went over to SmackDown. He showed up on SmackDown, did a little face-off against Roman Reigns, and of course signed a contract with the WWE eventually. So, I interviewed him just 2 weeks before he showed up on SmackDown. And during that interview, I asked him about, being a part of Control Your Narrative and everything. And he was like, yeah, great stuff, all that stuff. Later on, I came to know that, this guy was talking to, the promoter, and he was telling them how much he hated being in CYN and how he felt it was a waste of time and everything. That he did not like the idea, that he thought it was crazy. So, yeah, CYN, even the people who were part of it just stopped believing in that stuff. They stopped believing in it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about, right? Let's see. I settle for EC3 over Tara, says Andy. I guess we have to make some compromises in our lives, Andy. You're right about that. Nia's back because Rock signed deal, wanted her to come along. That's crazy. Good for her. Yeah, good for her. Alright. Alright, let's see what else do we have coming up now. Another Saudi Arabia commercial. Sweet. The idea of CYN is a good thing because people should control their own narrative in lives. The execution was trash. Exactly. The idea was fantastic. Something new. Hey, it seemed fresh, right? It seemed different. But the execution was bad. And on top of that, you've got these crazy people trying to push it. And they know it's a bad product and they keep pushing it. Like, no, you're wrong. If you calling it trash, no, you're wrong. You're trash. That was the kind of an attitude that I got out of the CYN guys, right? You calling it trash? No, you know who's trash? You're trash. That is what I felt every time I tried to criticize CYN. That they did not want to take criticism. They didn't want to take... something that I really feel is so important in life is constructive criticism. You should take it. You should be thankful if somebody criticizes you. And you should take it as constructive criticism if it's fair. And you should, try to build on that and make sure that, you prove the guys wrong, you prove the critics wrong in the future. But CYN guys did not take that kind of criticism. They criticized you for criticizing them. It was just a bad attitude all along that I just did not ever want to be a part of CYN at all. And let's see. TikTok. Yeah, little TikTok, indeed. And she's getting a chance to anger people. Easy money, you're right, true. Yeah, she already got that heat. Doesn't even have to do any work to become a heel. She already has got that natural, organic heat. With that being said, elbow strike from Shayna Baszler, and she reversed the arm of Rhea Ripley, twisting up that arm, setting her down to the mat. It'll be interesting. Definitely something's cooking between herself and Drew. And, of course, with the relationship that she shares with Dominic, I wonder if that's going to lead to, like, a big-ass feud between Drew and Dominic. Also, where does that leave JD McDonough, right? I mean, JD McDonough was trying to be that nemesis or the friend of a foe of Judgment Day. Where does that leave JD McDonough? You gotta wonder. Anyways, here we are. Shayna Baszler gets Rhea Ripley down. Rhea Ripley trying to get back to her feet here. Asks Shayna to bring it. Shayna goes for the spinning kick. Rhea Ripley dodges it. Gets Shayna Baszler down, following that up with a drop kick to the head. Shayna down. Rhea Ripley goes for the cover. Shayna kicks out at a 1. Less than 5 minutes. Dom is gonna interfere in this match, says Tony. Interesting. Let's see. Speaking of time, we have been watching the show for about an hour. I've gotta say, the second hour of the show was much quicker than the first. The first hour, it felt like... The first hour felt like an hour and a half at least, or more, right? It was slow. But the second hour, sweet. Some good action as well. Yeah, I like second hour better than the first for certain. Anyways, here we are, Rhea Ripley now with them behind... by the way, did you guys see how TKO guys are like not happy with their stocks falling down and they're kind of trying to give explanation? Oh, this is why the stocks fell down. And one of the reasons why the stocks fell down, one of the reasons that this guy Emmanuel mentioned was Vince McMahon, which is quite interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure how does Vince feel about that, right? His own company, and he's being bossed around now that he's been criticized in the open. I'm not sure how he feels about it. But yeah, I mean, they're surprised that the TKO stock's fallen. I'm not, WWE shares, I mean, if you guys have taken a look at the WWE shares, usually it falls. Sometimes it climbs, but usually you see it fall. So, that's that. Let's see, she's getting easy once again. True, I agree with that. Here we are, spinning kick one more time from Rhea Ripley. Shayna Baszler dodges that and follows that up with a beautiful German suplex. Following that with a brutal kick, knee strike to the chin of Rhea Ripley. Going for the cover on Ripley now. It's a 1, it's a 2. The referee's hand actually came down for the 3, like an inch away from the mat. But Rhea kicks out in time, I guess. And here we are. One more look at that brutal knee strike to the chin of Rhea Ripley. Really knocking her out cold. When Rhea Ripley was in India, she did not come to the press conference. I saw her walking around. Literally had her head down at all times. She did not want to stop and take pictures. Did not want to talk to people. Just mind her own business, and it was cool like that. I saw fans, she's walking past by, and some fans who were there, I saw them like trying to call her, and get her attention. She walked past by me, I said nothing. I just let her go. You know, I just let her go because it was obvious that did not want to talk. So like, I'm not gonna even bother. Yeah, there were some other people who also did not want to interact with people. You know, I was there as media, of course, so I was in a different location, not with the fans. But you know, I saw Zoe Stark walking past by, and she also was like trying to hurry out of that hotel. I was like, I'm gonna let her go as well, but she was cool. You know, I wished her luck. She was nice. There was another guy, Braun Breaker, who was there, and Braun Breaker was cool, right? Braun Breaker showed up, and I saw fans lining up to take pictures with him, and he stood and he took pictures with everybody. He was nice like that. He was nice. Braun Breaker was nice. Yeah, he was like, he gave fans the time that they needed. It was nice. Oh, coming out now is Nia Jax. Why the heck is she here? She looks angry. Man. Just so repulsive. Thank you, Raquel Rodriguez. Thanks for that. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. And Nia now with the headbutt to Raquel. She goes down. Heat magnet. Instant heat magnet. And Zoe Stark as well. I don't think that Zoe Stark ever has been cheered like this, but this is great. Good for Zoe. And Raquel Rodriguez now tossing Zoe to the barricade, sending her into the ring. And this match is really not gonna be ending up with any winner, right? It's gonna be a no contest, I've got a feeling. A no contest or a DQ is coming for certain. And now Raquel with a big boot to Nia Jax. I've got a feeling that Nia Jax is gonna get out of the way. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, she does. Raquel Rodriguez goes headfirst into the steel steps. Now wants to fight Ria Ripley for the belt. In her dreams. Thank you, Mommy Raquel, says Rick. Yeah, no. Yeah, we gotta thank her indeed. With that being said, a DQ it is, guys. Ria Ripley wins, but via DQ, obviously. And now tossing Zoe over to Shayna. Rhea is furious. Zoe trying to get back to her feet here. What's going on? Now Rhea Ripley with those evil eyes. Guys, this segment here kind of tells you that, hey, they've got a sweet roster of singles, singles wrestlers. Singles women's wrestler, right? Who are not here for tag teams, but only for singles action. That's good, because they've got a stacked roster. I mean, only on Raw, you've got Nia, you've got Raquel, you got Rhea, you got Zoe, you got Shayna. It's a pretty sweet roster. You can see it right here. And now with a body slam. Oh dear. Almost a body slam, but that was cool. Rhea Ripley lifted up Nia Jax just like that. Zoe Stark hits them with a drop kick, taking out both at once. And now following that up with a kick to the butt of Nia Jax, kicking her out of the ring. That was cool. Badass. Can I just use the title? I know Undertaker doesn't like it, but I'm going to use it. Badass Zoe Stark just like that, making a statement and stealing the show tonight. Pretty damn cool. I did not expect Zoe Stark to be the only lady standing, but here she is, the only lady standing here. Zoe Stark steals the show. Rather true. That's like the one reason why when she did that, my whole thing, I stopped caring about Nia. That was like the most repulsive thing in my opinion. I found it gross, and ever since then I have never been able to. No. Do not remind me of that moment. Terrible. Who? Okay. Oh. She showed up again. Okay. She's wearing the wrong color fur. It should be red tonight, not blue. What the hell? What the hell? It just makes me laugh. Why is she in a ring gear every single time that we see her if she's not actually gonna get in the ring? What is she wearing that gear for? Makes no sense. Anyways, she is kind of become like a drifter. She's kind of become like Elias. Remember Elias back in the day before he made his official debut? He used to drift all over here. You used to see him here and there. She's kind of become like that. Of course, now she's cool with executives. You see her hanging out backstage with the executives, with Triple H, with Adam Pearce, whatnot. But yeah, she's making these constant appearances, reminding people that I'm here, that I still have to make my debut. Be excited about me. I don't know how you guys feel about this whole way of booking her so far, guys. Let me know how do you guys feel. But let's see. We've got Zoe kicked her. That's right, she did. She did, true. You're right. My queen, Jade Cargill, is here. Says Rick. Yeah, like that, brother. Tony likes that too. I love seeing Becky versus Jade. Baby Hui. Oh, wait. Okay. With that being said, commercial break is upon us again. What was that Baby Yui for, brother? True. I had no idea what Baby Yui was until I had to Google it really quickly. It seems like a very fat duck. So what's Baby Yui here for? A lame. I see. I see. Okay, let me take a look very quickly at the dirt sheets again, seeing if there's anything. Twitter is, by the way, going crazy about Jade Cargill's appearance. It's going crazy. People are loving Jade Cargill. Oh, Jonah. Oh, Jonah. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Jonah, baby, that's not bad. Hey, but let's take him seriously. You know, he's going to fight Gunther. We should take him seriously. We should. But nobody expects for Gunther to drop the title tonight, right? Nobody does, right? I mean, why? Why? All right, we've got something here. Some of these dirt sheets, I tell you, it's so crazy. So, the dirt sheets headline says, reported reason revealed for Michael Hull's absence from Raw season premiere. I click it, the article, same copy and paste from another dirt sheet, and it said, oh, he took absence due to personal reasons. We already knew that. It already has been reported. So there's no reason revealed here. Come on. The dirt sheets with their clickbait sometimes, it's crazy. By the way, Matt Hardy on his podcast said that he knows, that he believes that some people have taken advantage of Tony Khan's innocence. How do you feel about that, guys? Do you think Tony Khan's innocent? Do you feel like he's too naive and people trick him into doing stuff or believing stuff, or, you know, booking stuff that they want to get booked? You know, instantly people said that, oh, Chris Jericho has to be one of them, that he must have taken advantage of Tony Khan's innocence, of him being a mark. Let me know what you guys feel. Would be dumb for Gunther to lose, says Andy. Definitely. When I asked Gunther, do you ever plan on dropping that championship? He looked at me in the eye and says, have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of anybody planning to drop a title, right? And then in the same interview, a minute later, he said, I don't plan on dropping the title. Okay, Gunther. But yeah, I don't think that he ever plans on dropping the title. Jade's booking is lame so far. I know, true. I mean, it's I'm not sure what purpose is it, you know, solving by putting her out there like this every single week, except for just reminding the fans that she's still here. But let's see, you know, let's see how it turns out to be. All right. Anyways, commercial break still going on. We've got about an hour of the show still to go, guys. Still to go. This hour. Oh, Jackie Redmond, wearing all red. I like that. She looks good.
WWE Tag Team Champions, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and main event, Jey.
Cody finally here. I agree, Andy. Yeah. Jackie Redmond, just like that, says, I think I'm feeling oozy. I like that. By the way, Nino Cortez Mauricio, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you. Thanks for the subscribe button. For hitting the subscribe button. That's right. Like that, guys. It's been a great night so far. It really has been a very good night so far. Anyways, Cody's still talking. Cody should let his Cuban side show more. I agree with that. Yeah, some more diversity. Don't. Oh, come on. He had to say yeet. Come on. The tribal chief does not like Ricky. We don't do that here, right? We don't do that here. Anyways, seems like the main event is set. It's gonna be Cody and Jey versus the Judgment Day for the tag team titles. Of course, Cody and Jey, they're gonna retain. I think so, right? Anybody expects Cody and Jey to not retain? I thought so. Nobody does. Alright. Still to come, Bronson Reed versus Gunther. This should be good. I love Gunther's theme song. You know, I agree with Jim Johnston when he says that these days wrestling entrances have nothing to do with wrestlers, that they're just generic music that you play in the background when they come out. I agree with Jim, but I don't agree with him when it comes to Gunther, because I feel like it just suits him so well. Gunther's entrance, the entrance song that they use for him, everything is perfect. Ludwig is perfect, Winchie's perfect, Gunther's perfect. I love these three so much. You're right, True. He gets emotional. He gets carried away, and to be honest with you, I can get very emotional too. You know, everybody has a weak spot, and when you're young, when you're new in a business, you know, when you're so passionate about something, and you get hit, it's I believe a very natural human response to get emotional and to get carried away. And we all have to have control over ourselves and over our emotions and not make sure not to get carried away, especially in public. And that's a work in progress for everybody. And, you know, for some, they have already achieved it. For some, they're still on the way. And I feel for Tony, you know, he's learning as well. He's got to achieve it as well. But, you know, everybody has their imperfections. Everyone does. Nobody's perfect. That's just the truth. I'm not perfect. Tony's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's working on it. Yeah, that's that. But, you know, Tony, of course, being a public figure in the public eye, if he makes a mistake like that, if he goes out there, says the stuff that he, he'll get mocked at, he's gonna get mocked because he's a public figure. So, obvious reaction there as well. I can't help it. Gunther here, the Intercontinental Champion. Looking good. I like that. Great introduction here. Very powerful introduction for the ring general, Gunther. This one is going to be a good match. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Alright, with that being said, the referee rings the bell. The match has begun. This is gonna be a walk in the park for Gunther. You know, he's gonna destroy Bronson Reed. That's for certain. Anybody here thinks that Bronson Reed is gonna win? In the chat, let me know. And they lock it up here like two bulls going at it, trying to overpower each other. Gunther right now, actually, wow, Bronson Reed with the upper hand gets Gunther in the corner. Gunther trying to get away, of course, a power horse himself. But we got Bronson Reed here, kind of dominating Gunther. At least so far in the match. Gunther trying to slip away, following that up with the first chop to the chest. And Bronson Reed now taking it back. I know, True. Why is this not the main event? It kind of tells you about the WWE and their love for Cody Rhodes, right? That no matter who's fighting, if Cody's there, he's got a main event. This should have been the real, actual main event. The Intercontinental Championship match, Gunther Bronson Reed, should have closed the show, but of course now. And a chop to the chest. Bronson Reed once again taken aback. And you know, in the WWE especially, and in wrestling in general, we get so much comedy, right? Lots of comedy. And I appreciate Gunther because he's just pure authentic wrestler, right? No comedy, no unnecessary gimmicks. He just goes out there and just kicks ass. That's what I appreciate about Gunther. It's a rarity. We don't see that a lot. It's great. Anyways, here we are now. Bronson Reed right behind Gunther, running over to Gunther and squashing him in that corner right there. Gunther goes down hard one more time. Bronson Reed in control, as you see here. One more time, Gunther gets Bronson Reed back in the ring. I still would like to call him Jonah, but you know, it is what it is, I guess, with his name. And Gunther now looking to powerbomb Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed is not going to let it happen so quickly. He gets down to his knees trying to resist it, but Gunther lifting him up, but it's too heavy for Gunther to actually get him up on his shoulders. Now Gunther hits him in the back now. The nice shot. Now working the arm, the elbow of Bronson Reed, trying to twist up the arm. Bronson Reed trying to get away. Elbow strike to Gunther, knocking his world for sure. Gunther slips out, gets behind Bronson, and has him in a headlock. Those powerful arms right around the neck of Bronson. Bronson trying to slip away, gets Gunther to the corner, and Gunther is in trouble now. I want to take a look at, we were looking at Gunther's age. He's 36 years old. How old is Ludwig Kaiser? He can't be 36, right? 33. Not bad. Not bad. Giovanni Vinci, I believe, has to be 34. 33 as well. That's not bad. Okay, sweet. Nice. And Bronson Reed right now has got the upper hand. This is very, the tables turn around. A big guy like Reed should not climb the turnbuckle. That's never going to work out well, especially this point of the match. Mistake. Reed's made that mistake. He tries to climb the top turnbuckle. This guy Gunther hits him with a chop, sending Reed down to the apron, and now Reed not even able to make it up to his feet here before Gunther gets on the apron and tries to regain control. Here we are, chops, kicks to Reed. Now Gunther has him where he wants him. He looks to lift him up again as he stands on the apron. Bronson Reed a bit too heavy for Gunther, and he tosses him down. Gunther goes back first into the edge of the ring on the apron before falling down to the ringside. Bronson Reed now like tsunami, just falling down, shoulder tackle, flying shoulder tackle to Gunther, and Gunther goes down again. Bronson Reed is dominating. Gunther is in trouble. With that being said, we go to a commercial freaking break. Okay. The last hour of this match, of the show, I tell you. Okay, lots of commercials. We got about 40 minutes left before the show is going to be over. We're currently on a commercial break again. We should have counted the number of commercials. Really, it's been too much. We've been getting a lot of commercials tonight. No doubt about that. Alright, so, Lacey Evans, by the way, guys, she claims that she was the one who requested to be released from the WWE, and she says that she was never let go from the company. She was never cut out of the company. It was not a budget cut. She was not let go. She was the one who wanted out, is what Lacey Evans says. And speaking of the WWE, Kofi Kingston has provided an update on Big E as well. Kofi says that Big E is doing great. Kofi says that he cares about Big E's health and that he's okay, that he's living a healthy life, a normal life, and that is what is the most important to Kofi. And he said he's almost back to 100% feeling wise, and not sure if he's gonna get back in the ring or not. Time will tell. If not, then also it's okay, because Kofi says that his health is the most important, is the priority. So that's that. And this is where the dirt sheets, I hate them, because I saw an article on Kofi and Big E, right? Kofi making this statement about Big E. And in that statement, Kofi said that Big E is back to feeling 100% feeling-wise. Feeling-wise means that he's got the sensations back in his hands and everything. You know, that he's got the sensations back, that he's feeling okay. And it doesn't mean that he's clear to wrestle. But the dirt sheets take that little statement and they add their own little twist to it, and the headlines of the dirt sheets, many dirt sheets website, the headline said Big E back to 100%. Like, what does that tell you? When you read Big E back to 100%, the first thought in your mind is he's coming back to wrestle, he's cleared, right? But when you click it, when you read the actual, quote from Kofi, you'll see he means 100% feeling-wise. So dirt sheets really, not just dirt sheets, but media in general really misguide you and clickbait you. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. And whenever I try to put out something, let's say on Instagram, and I try to make sure not to make it unnecessarily lucrative, or not to make it just clickbaity, even though I'm not going to get paid for any clicks on Instagram, as you know. But still, I try to not make it like a cheap way of tricking people into paying attention to my posts. It's just terrible. It's a terrible thing to do. It's a terrible waste of time for people, and it shows people their true colors, right? It's terrible. I would never do that. Yeah, never. Anyways, let's see. Lacey Evans is doing a thing now. Yes, she has her own, I believe, her bakery, right? So she's happy with what she's doing. She's running a family business now. It's fantastic. You're right. True media BS. Gary says, Andy, Tony Khan needs to learn a lesson from Impact. Don't go head-to-head with WWE. Wow. Gary says, Tony needs to learn a lesson. Do not go head-to-head. Actually, one second. If I'm not wrong, if I'm not getting my dates wrong, I believe they're once again going head-to-head next month, November 17th, right? If I'm not wrong, guys. November 17th. Yes, I'm not wrong. They will go head-to-head next month as well. November 17th, the WWE and AEW, they're going to go head-to-head on Friday night. Because SmackDown and Collision that usually airs on Saturdays, it's going to air on Friday. And Collision will air on Friday night, November 17th from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And so will SmackDown. So Collision and SmackDown, AEW and WWE, two major shows now. We're not talking NXT now. We're talking a main roster show. We're talking SmackDown. And we're talking Collision. One of the, of course, the best shows that AEW has ever produced, Collision. They're both going head-to-head on Friday, November 17th. It's going to be a full-on dramatic event, and the fans are going to be split, and there's going to be again deja vu from NXT versus Dynamite. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. All right, let's see. With that being said, Bronson Reed gets Gunther up on his shoulders. Gunther slips away very quickly, and now follows that up with some chops to Bronson Reed's chest over and over. Clothesline, Bronson Reed does not go down. Another clothesline, Bronson Reed will not go down. And here we are, chop after chop to Bronson. Bronson gets Gunther up on his shoulders and slams him down hard to the mat. Going for the cover on Gunther, but he kicks out. Man, Bronson has kind of got his number, but you can see the damage that Gunther has also done to Bronson Reed. You can see the chest of Bronson Reed, like he's got all red marks, red spots on his chest from those big chops. And recently, Chad Gable made a comment on Gunther, and he said that Gunther is aggressive. Every single thing that he does, everything that he does, it matters. The chops, the boots, everything that Gunther does, it's intense, it's stiff, it hurts. And he says that it forces him to bring out the best of himself too. So he says it's always fun getting in the ring with Gunther. That's that. And you're right. Gary says recently, we know how it's going, Gary. Yeah, you're right. And here we are now, Gunther still dominating. But we can all agree on this, right? That having both the promotions is important. And it's great. Because both the promotions, they try to do their best, right? And that's a victory for the fans. Let's be honest. The WWE without AEW was not half as aggressive towards pushing newer talent, towards pushing or making their content better. But with the AEW around, the WWE is forced to really put out great shows week after week. They're forced to do it, and it's always a good thing when when there's something that pushes you to do better. So it's a win for everybody, no matter you're a WWE fan or AEW fan. Having both the promotions there is a win for everybody. It really is, because we get better shows out of both the promotions. It's great. Gary says, I love AEW, but they shouldn't go head-to-head with NXT or WWE. Yeah. True says, one gas of episode of NXT doesn't mean much. We'll see what happens November 17th, I guess. But still, I don't feel like there should be any room for argument here, because, it doesn't matter who wins. The fans are winning at the end of the day, right? And also, it's in good fun. If you're comparing ratings, I posted the sales for, the ticket sales for these events, right? Of AEW and WWE of this past week. And some people in the comments were like, you are trying to split the fans. I'm not trying to split the fans. It's in good fun, because some people say, oh, this is tribalism. We're not going to talk about ratings. We're not going to talk about ticket sales. That's not fair. But I feel that as wrestling fans, if we can talk about Gunther and Roman Reigns and who's better, we can also talk about AEW and WWE and which promotion's better, right? I mean, why not? You can talk about it, but you should talk about it in good fun, in good sport. Not get aggressive about it, not get too emotional about it, not get carried away, but just talk about it in good fun. It's fun to have your favorite teams. It's fun to have your favorite promotion and have good fun, and good sport fun with other wrestling fans. It's okay. It's all right. That's what I feel. That's right, true. That's right, Anil. Gunther won. Indeed, Gunther with the victory. No surprise here. Gunther defeated Bronson Reed, as we all expected for him too. So I see a lot of people these days, right? They shy away from the conversation of AEW versus WWE. And I get that. I get it. People don't want to trigger people, or they don't want to get triggered themselves. That's okay. What I say is that people should talk about it, because it's fun to talk about it. If I were a biased WWE fan, I would want to have fun talking to an AEW fan about WWE and how better they're doing, and also vice versa. But people should take it in good fun, right? They should not take it too seriously, because at the end of the day, this is fun. It's fun, right? That's it. Ratings are never accurate. There's no way there actually know how many eyeballs are on each product. Indeed. It's just about wrestling. It's all about fun. Because, let's be honest, guys. Many people stream wrestling, via third-party websites. It's true. So ratings in 2023, we can't rely on that. But again, it's true that the investors look at it. It's true that sponsors look at it. We can also not deny that. But anyways, here we are now with Jackie Redmond and The Miz. I thought she was interviewing John Cena for a second, but that's The Miz. Isn't it a great thing to be in the third hour? What? You should be grateful if you're in the third hour. It means that you are the main event, Miz. Jax is super disrespectful, even to the interviewer, Jackie, just overshadowing her, standing in her face.
And looking pretty. I haven't hit anybody with my best shot.
Okay, Nia.
They stay there.
Okay.
Because on Monday Night Raw, I do squashing.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
Unfortunately,
What? What? Wait. Are they just giving The Miz the Baron Corbin kind of a treatment? Remember the time when Baron Corbin was made a total mockery out of himself every single week after week, right? Interviewers cutting him off, interviewers not giving him time, him just being made a total fool out of every single week in backstage incidents. I feel like similar thing happened to The Miz here. Jackie Redmond telling him off, oh, we're short of time. That's crazy. The ultimate disrespect here to The Miz is insane. Alright, and he says when WWE and AEW go head to head at each other, there's no ratings war anymore. Only there was ratings war when WCW was around, says Andy. And we know how ended that ended up being, Brother Andy. You're right. Lame ass Miz is true indeed. What? Says Anil. I wish Nia Jax would hurt me. Gary. Sounds interesting. That was meant in a good way, says Gary. I see that, Gary. Annoying ass Nia. Miz has been getting that treatment for yeah, and it's good for him, I guess. It's good for him. Looking back at the career of The Miz, it's still surprising. How did he hold on to his job for as long as he did? I guess his big mouth, kept his job secure. But wow, what a start that this guy has had. What a career he's had, right? Just a rookie starting off. I remember when he did that little segment with the Diva Search, and he forgot the Diva's name, and he had it written down in the palm of his hands, and he was reading it on TV. It was crazy. The Miz has struggled, but he worked hard, and that's why he's still around, and that's why people still appreciate him, or some of them do. Anyways, commercial again. What's the time here? We've got about 38 minutes left before the show's got to be over, which means a lot more commercials are still on the way, guys. A lot more of them. Yeah, better get ready. At least 3 more commercials still to come. By the way, Kevin Nash. Apparently there were some, rumors out there that Kevin Nash had re-signed or signed a new contract with the company, with the WWE. But Kevin Nash got out there and he said, no, I have not signed a contract. There's no way I'm getting back to the ring at 65, 63, whatever his age is. Basically, he said, no, I'm not getting back to the ring. I made a post about it. I quoted Kevin Nash, and I posted that, okay, he said that he's never returning to the ring. In the comments, everybody was happy. Everyone was like, we never asked you to come back, Kevin. Thank you. And I was like, what? It's so surprising. Nobody cares about Kevin Nash, I guess. Nobody wants him back in the ring, at least. A legend or whatever, but nobody wants him back, apparently. Third hour, time wasting, says true. Yeah, brother, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. Crazy. Man. No one wants Nash in the ring again. Just to me, the most surprising part was that, oh dear. Guys, there's a power outage over here, and I can see that the voltage is fluctuating. I heard a beep. So in case this gets disconnected, just know that there is a power outage. So far we're on backup, but if it gets disconnected, just letting you guys know that there's a power outage here. So, yeah, but we're on backup, so it's running okay. AJ said before, but you definitely can see Sky Blue is building up to turn heel when she fought for the belt. Yes, I did see that as well. Ricky sent me a video from, I believe, an independent promotion where she wrestled it recently. And, you could tell that, yeah, she is definitely turning heel, so that's cool. That's exciting anyways. Definitely exciting. Let's see, what else do we have here? So, of course, just like I said, they are building a WWE Championship monument right outside of the headquarters. And, that, I guess, kind of tells you that maybe they're going to stick with that championship design. Because wouldn't it just be a total mess if, they installed that big monument outside of their headquarters only for them to change the title design next year? So I think that they're going to keep the big W on their title for a long time. AJ, once again, Nanil says, why is Edge in the SmackDown promo? Was he there? That's funny. They probably forgot to update it.
It's a pleasure doing business with you.
He's a crown jewel.
You get a chance to control your division and walk in this chaos. So if you want to make a statement, you do it my way. At Crown Jewel.
Oh, I knew it. Crown jewel, of course.
Shayna, Zoe, and Raquel in a fatal five-way match.
That's crazy now.
This is not cool. Like, you know,
That's insane. So Rhea Ripley is going to defend her title in a fatal five-way. Did not see this coming, honestly, but we've got Rhea, Indashare.
2, 1. All right, guys, it's Pilates class. We're talking about elongating the muscles so that
But whatever that talk's going to be like, you know. Bad news for Indashare. The tag team division does not exist in the WWE, or, you know, I mean, yeah, they're not going to fly as tag team. They better do a solo stuff, because tag team, they're not going to fly. Anyways, let's talk quickly about the Fatal 5-Way. We've got Rhea Ripley, we got Nia Jax, we got Shayna Baszler, we got Zoe Stark, and who else? Raquel Rodriguez. Fatal 5-Way, Crown Jewel, I like it. It's going to be a banger for certain. Look at Akira Tozawa in the back. You know, this guy shows up on TV week after week only to tell TKO, hey, I'm active, I'm still on TV, don't fire me because I'm an active roster member. That's the only reason why he still shows up. I mean, it's so weird that he still has a job. It's so weird. Look at this guy.
okay, there's only one way to settle this. Next week, for the first time ever, Alpha Academy, first figure day, and we'll find out who's got the best hits in the biz.
It's not funny to me, guys. I know Anil's having a good laugh, but wow, that's not funny to me, I'll tell you what. Who called Tozawa? Says Rick. Yeah, no, brother. Tozawa always wins, says Tony. That's right. Anyways, hate seeing Kevin Patrick here. Just go away, Kevin. Seems like we're going to go to the main event now, hopefully. Next week, we're going to get Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Next week, we're also going to get Alpha Academy versus The New Day. So next week is going to be interesting, face versus face. Kind of an episode of Raw, apparently. We shall see. Also, Becky Lynch taking on Indy, if anybody cares. That's going to happen for the NXT Women's title. Yep. Oh, come on. I'll tell you. Saudi Arabia. And that's the reason why Logan Paul is not only going to be here on SmackDown this Friday, but also next week on Monday night. Good for Logan Paul. And let's see, Broman says, how many points for the Tozawa? Brother. Broman always comes in here to... Oh, brother. Okay. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Actually, I'll tell you what. 10,000 YouTube subscribers, and I'll do the Tozawa dance. How does that sound? Actually, I'll bring it down 9,000. Let's do 9,000, bro, man. Get me 600 more subscribers, and we'll do the Tozawa dance. All right. Ricky says, AJ, I sent you a message on Instagram. Let's take a look at Ricky's message now on Instagram very quickly. Ricky. What is Ricky sent? Yes, I did see that, brother. We talked about it. Thanks for that, Ricky. Michael Cole is off TV today for personal reasons. He'll be back next week. Thanks, Ricky. We talked about it earlier. And now what's next for Logan Paul? Well, Anil, what's next for him is Saudi Arabia. And he's most likely going to be there for, program with Rey Mysterio for the U.S. title. That's about it. And you know what? I would not be surprised if Logan Paul wins the title. I think that Logan Paul is going to win the championship in Saudi Arabia. I think so. Alright, Ricky not happy with Logan Paul returning to Raw. I will put that in the mental bank. I see you, bro, man. Logan Paul versus Sami Zayn for Crown Jewel. It seems like it's going to be him versus Rey, brother, but we shall see. Yep, no, not your bad, Ricky. Much love to you. And here we are now with the Judgment Day. Senor Money in the Bank. We've got Finn Balor. These two are going to take on Cody. Oh, my God. The commercial break mania is running wild. We literally came back from a commercial only to go back to a commercial. Entrance. It's your good old WWE main event, guys. Entrance, commercial. Entrance, 1 minute of action, commercial. Then 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or if they're generous, 5 minutes of action, commercial. We come back from the commercial break. 1, 2, 3. The match is over. Good night. That's your typical WWE main event. Do you have an Instagram account to follow? Yes, Andy. Yes. It's Wrasslinews. WRASSLINEWS. The same username, Andy. Make sure to follow. Send me a hi so I know it's you. Thanks. I don't like Logan or Jake Paul. I hate them, says Ricky. Did you watch it? I did not watch the actual match. I did watch the brawl that happened, though. You know, it seemed like a WWE kind of a atmosphere over there, because you got all these security guards and bouncers getting in there trying to separate Logan and Dennis. Yeah, it seemed like a WWE bout, and then he ended up talking about Rey Mysterio and the WWE US title, so that was that. Oh yeah, Logan Paul fight last week. That's right, last weekend. Yep. All right. So. Once again, guys, if you have not followed me on Instagram, make sure to do so. I'm just taking a look at some of the stuff here. All right. Commercial break still going on, guys. Still going on. You know, I always thought that WWE just did not care about India. I thought that WWE just did not care about the East, you know, and did not care about selling merch over here in this part of the world. I went to the WWE UK website, the Euro Shop, and I was surprised to see that they don't much care about the Euro Shop either. I mean, on that website, they've got every title, every Pittsburgh Steelers, every... You know, what those football titles that I don't know who wants to buy. New York Yankees, I think they're baseball titles. But yeah, anyways, they've got all of those titles. But if you talk about the WWE titles themselves, they've got all the old titles, toys, kids titles. They don't have any of the newer titles, the newer world titles, or even the Intercontinental or the United States Championship titles. It's terrible. The Euro Shop, it sucks. The WWE Euro Shop is not updated at all. It's terrible. You know. They're only concerned about... It seems like they're only concerned about the US and Canada when it comes to selling their merchandise. That's it. Alright, thank you, Ricky, for sharing that link. Really appreciate that. Thank you. How much does it cost to follow you? No, Andy, nothing. It's free. No. I'm never gonna ask you guys for money. It's free. You don't ask family for money. I'm never gonna do that. It's free. Thank you, Andy. Let's follow. Much appreciate that. Love, Andy. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you. Anil says, I wouldn't be surprised if I Show Speed shows up in... Who is that? I Show Speed. I have no idea who that is. I'm still like... Sometimes I feel like such a boomer because I've got no idea. Was it a YouTuber or something? I knew it. Yeah, I got no clue. Darren Johnson Watkins Jr., a YouTuber, rapper, and online star. Oh, this guy. I've seen this guy popping up on my YouTube recommendations here and there. You know, it's possible. And here we are now taking a look at Kofi Kingston, who opened up the Kofi Kingston Library and Digital Center in Ghana, giving back to the community. Just like I said, everybody who is capable enough of giving back to the society, you know, they're lucky. They're lucky. Not everybody is fortunate enough to do so. It's great. It's great what they do.
First big defeat for Johnny Gargano since he's back. You did it. You fulfilled your responsibility. You didn't.
What?
Start the momentum. I helped him win the match.
Yeah. What the hell?
Early on, I saw Johnny Gargano walking around backstage. After Gio's match next week, I expect him to be stretched out off the building. And it's going to be your responsibility.
They treat this poor guy Vinci like an adopted brother. What the hell? That's crazy. Even I said this before. Even when we did the interview, Gio was like standing all the way in the corner, all like quiet and everything, and only Ludwig and Gunther were doing the talking. I felt bad for Gio. I had to stretch my hand over and get Gio to talk. Poor Vinci, I tell you that. Anyways, hopefully he's able to earn that respect in the Imperium. Anyways, coming up next is Jey Uso on his way out with those titles. That's right, making some noise for Jey Uso are his beloved fans. Yeah, you see, man, the kids are happy. Look at the kids here getting behind Uso. You've got a whole section with these young fans wearing the Jey Uso merch, and they're making some noise for Uso. Yeah, he's definitely moving a lot of merch now. Jey Uso has turned out to be the more popular Uso. Not Jimmy, it's Jey. That's right. Good for Jey. Good for Jey. Let's see what else do we have here. I know that, quite often you see it on the dirt sheets that the WWE is trying to build up Solo Sikoa as the next main eventer. I don't see it in Solo Sikoa just yet, but let me know if you guys do. But so far, I don't see it. Not in Solo. I don't see him as a solo act, No pun intended, but I don't see Solo as a solo act. Man, they're wasting so much time. Really? They're gonna give us a whole damn entrance of Jey Uso, and then they're gonna give us a Cody Rhodes entrance? And also with all of this shenanigans, oh my god, they're wasting so much time. It's clear that Jey Uso is over. It's clear. Look at him controlling the fans with those hand waves and everything. But man, are they not wasting time here? Come on, it's outrageous. Ooh. We got to the main event when there were 58 minutes left. I'm sorry, 38 minutes left before the show is going to be over. And now we're down to 22 minutes left and the match has still not begun. That's crazy. Now Cody Rhodes is coming out. Alright, Cody. They are so good at wasting the time. They're so good at it. Drew says, this match. What about it, Drew? What about it? Alright. My co-champion, Cody, says Tony. That's right, co-champion indeed. Whoa, oh, that's right. And True sent me a video on Instagram the other day, which this video was talking about how Cody has always had the whoa-oh in all of his theme songs that he's ever used. Let it be the Dashing Cody Rhodes theme song, let it be the heel Dashing Cody Rhodes, the undashing Cody Rhodes, every theme song that he's ever used, the Smoke and Mirrors, everything has always had the whoa-oh. It's crazy. Cody should come out first. His theme kills the vibe after Jey. You're right. You're right. You're right, True. So true. So true. Yeah. I love True's name though, right? True is always true. Like everything he says is right. And it's great. It's great. True. I love that. And here he is, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, Cody's over, but man, when Jey came out and the monstrous ovation followed that by that reaction from the fans, the hand motions and everything, yeah, Jey seemed even more over than Cody on screen. He did. Of course, Jey also did not need any fancy pyros or anything, He already came out with the fans popping. Did not need any pyros or anything. Did not need any props. Cool. Jey Uso's awesome. Got 20 minutes left, guys. Can we just get into the match now, please? Oh, come on. Talk about wasting time. Now the announcer is going to do the introductions. Cool. We had 38 minutes left when we got to this match, right? Now we're left at 20. They managed to waste 18 minutes. And we have still not started off with this match. Still not kicked off. It's crazy. Come on. And you know what the worst part is that? In the middle of this match, they're still going to squeeze like an entrance or two. I mean, a commercial or two. That's right. It's too much. And Gary says, and we have at least one more. We have at least one more. It's so hard to get into the main event because of this very reason, right? It's hard when you're bombarded with commercials. It's hard to really focus on the match because you're so like irritated by the point. Like right now, I'm like so like done with this thing, right? So many commercials, I'm done with it. And then they'll expect for us to get to the match, and once the match will begin, I'm telling you, watch this, guys, watch this. 1 minute from now, like literally, look at the time. 1 minute from now, they're gonna go to commercial. Or maybe 2 minutes, let's see. Lillian Garcia would have got to names in the past before commercial. That's right, yep. And Lillian Garcia's there. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. This is a joke. Usually, they give us 1 minute of wrestling before they go to commercial, and now they're so shameless that literally did not even give us any wrestling, and we have gone to a commercial like this. You cannot make this stuff up, guys. You cannot make this up. Man, oh man. You can't make this stuff up, really. Wow. That's crazy. It's nuts. That's nuts, yeah. And you know, I can't. I'll be honest with you. I cannot get into the match like this. Like, I can't get into the match because we'll come back and they'll show us like 2 minutes of wrestling and they'll go to a commercial again, and there'll be another commercial in between. You just cannot focus on a match when you have these many commercials. You can't. All right. Yeah, Ricky, USA Network, Nick Khan, lots of people that we can blame. Hey, just since Hunter wants to bring back the new belt, they should bring the commercial champion. He wants to bring a new belt now. That's interesting. A commercial champion is interesting as well. But Hunter wants to bring a new belt? I had no idea. That's interesting. I wonder why. They already have a lot of belts that they don't use much, so. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm not sure if anybody cares about MLW, but it seems like Minoru Suzuki is returning to AEW. To MLW. And we've got Rey Mysterio here who says that he would like to face Dominic in a hair versus hair match. Does Rey Mysterio even have hair to begin with? What the hell is he talking about? That's crazy. A hair versus hair match? Rey Mysterio doesn't have hair, right? He's bald and real, if I'm not wrong. So that is funny. He's got nothing to lose there. He's literally got nothing to lose in a hair versus hair match against Dominic. Alright. I see Andy, I see. Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, commercials, lots of commercials. So, for those who watch NXT, right, there's some news going on. We've got Jakara Jackson, who has been pulled from the ongoing NXT Women's Breakout Tournament due to an injury. So she was a part of the tournament, apparently, and now she has been pulled out of it due to an injury. The NXT Twitter account has confirmed the news, and Jakara was scheduled to face Ariana Grace in the first round of the tournament, but she has not been cleared to compete and has withdrawn from the tournament altogether. So that's that. Yep. Also, speaking of NXT, Nathan Fraser and Trick Williams, of course, the sidekick of Carmelo Hayes and the current North American champion, right? He worked this week's main event. So, slowly they're getting that kind of, main roster sneak peek by making these main event appearances. That's right, exactly, Andy. He's got nothing to lose in that match. It's got to be a win-win for him. And here we are now with Damian dominating Jey Uso, uppercut to Uso right there, ringside, We are back from the commercial break, and now we've got 14 minutes left. 14. Kick to Uso in the chest. Uso goes down. Damien once again with a nice elbow strike to Uso, knocking him out cold, setting him to the corner. And Damien kicking Cody Rhodes' hand away as he was trying to get the tag. We've got a tag made to Finn Balor, who comes in with a stomp to Uso straight to the chest. Another quick tag made to Damian Priest. Damian Priest now a neck breaker to Jey, and Damian Priest follows that up with a nice leg drop. Uso in trouble. Damian goes for the cover again, but Uso kicks out. No, Andy, not announced her replacement just yet. None of that stuff yet. I'll let you guys know if I get to know. Oh, there you go. I see it now. Sorry about that. We've got the replacement. So NXT's Twitter account has also announced who's replacing her, and it's gonna be Brindley Reese. Brindley Reese. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with Brindley Reese. Has she appeared on TV before, or is she like a? Yeah, I believe she's only been on like Level Up yet so far. But Brindley Reese has got to be in the tournament. She looks good. You know, she could go massive. We shall see. Oh, he lost it again? Oh, yes, he did lose it. I'm sorry. Forgot about that. Thanks, Drew. Thanks for that. Yep. Yeah, it seems like it. And here we are now. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes takes out Damien. Yeah, the tides have turned. The tables have turned over here in this match. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso now dominating. The Judgment Day in trouble. Damian Priest down on the mat. And Dominic comes in here on the apron. Cody Rhodes goes after him. Elbow strike. Dominic goes down. Damian Priest running over to Cody. Cody gets out of the way. Sends Damian Priest chest first into the turnbuckle. And following that up with a crossroads to Finn Balor. Finn Balor turning it around. And Uso gets in here. Super kick to Finn Balor, taking him out. And now Cody Rhodes dodges Damian Priest. Super kick to Damien. Finn and Cody looking for a crossroads. And Damien gets him down and out. Goes for the cover. We got 12 minutes left. Dominic gets in here, puts the foot off Damian Priest on the second rope, causing a rope break. Otherwise, this match would have been over right now, and I would have been so happy. But the match still continues, guys. It still continues. That's right. You cannot make this up, guys. Commercial again. We're not watching a main event. We're watching a commercial mania right now tonight. That's cool. I think Roxanne is going to turn heel soon, says Ricky. I mean, first Cora Jade, now Roxanne. Yeah, that's interesting. They were like this very happy, you know, ladies of NXT at first, but now slowly everybody seems to be turning heel. All right. Karrion Kross, in a recent interview that he did, right, he said that he wants to be a WWE lifer. Of course he does, right? It's like guaranteed money every single month. Of course he wants to be a WWE lifer, whether he gets used or not. But he said that he wants to be a WWE superstar for life. Yeah. Karrion Kross for you. I know they won't get rid of the third hour, but they should. They absolutely should, Andy. This it's a waste of time. But it's a commercial success for them, so they're never going to get rid of it, let's be honest. Alright, maybe, says Ricky. Maybe. Let's see. Garrett says this has been a third infomercial and a couple of wrestling matches that broke out. That's right. Like, literally. I mean, there's nothing to talk about in the third hour because there has been little to no wrestling. We got that Intercontinental Championship match, which was nice, but also quite full of commercials. And then this one right here has been a joke. There's been no wrestling here. There's been no wrestling. There's been like few spots here and there, but I wouldn't call this wrestling. I mean, we have seen nothing on TV at least. It's bad. The commercials are still going on. Once again, we got into this match when we had 38 minutes left before the show was going to get over. Now we've got 8. So they managed to waste 30 minutes. We've got 8. Let's hope that they make something out of these 8, right? But of course they wouldn't because we are still on the commercial break. Yep. Back from the commercial finally, and we've got a spinning kick straight to the head of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes taking it back. Damian Priest now with an upper hand here. Grabs Cody from behind. Some order has been maintained in this match as Jey Uso on the apron, Finn Balor on the apron. Cody and Damian here battling it out in the center of the ring. Kick to Damian's gut here. Cody trying to follow that up with the pedigree to Damian. Pedigree delivered. Damian goes down. First a crossroads, then a pedigree. It's not Damian's night. It's not his night. That's reserved. And now Cody's flat out. Damian's flat out. Both of them trying to make it over to each other's partner. Jey Uso getting the crowd fired up, getting it behind him. And here we are, tag made on both the ends. Jey Uso with a hot tag, taking out Finn Balor. Kick to the gut. Following that up with a super uppercut to Finn Balor. Finn Balor rebounds from the ropes, and Jey Uso ripping off his t-shirt just like that. I guess that's going to make up for the waste of time of the past 30 minutes, right? Jey Uso ripping off his t-shirt. That's cool. But Jey Uso, main event, Jey running over to Finn. Finn Balor gets up really quickly, throws him over the top rope. Jey Uso holds onto the ropes, gets on the apron. Now kick to Finn Balor, and a nice dive from the top. Finn Balor down, Jey Uso covering him. And it's a kick out at a 2. Damian Priest down. Dominic Mysterio is stressed out ringside. Yeah, the Judgment Day is not doing too well at the moment. It just looked funny watching Jey without Jimmy. I know. But Jey's over, brother. He's over. He's definitely has got the fans behind him. People like this guy. It's going to be interesting to see how are they going to put Jey and Jimmy back together, because eventually they will. But it'll be interesting to see how long are they going to stay away from each other, and how long until they're put back together, and how are they going to put back together. We shall find out in a bit. But here we are, Jey Uso, of course. Finn Balor targeted his eye when the referee did not see it. And now Finn Balor is looking to take advantage, looking to finish this match off, as Jey Uso struggling to make it back to his feet here. 6 minutes left. Finn Balor running over to Jey. Jey hits him with a super kick to the head. Finn Balor taking it back. And now we've got a double team. Cody Cutter. And Jey Uso, of course, working together with Cody Rhodes, going for the cover on Finn Balor. And Finn Balor still kicks out. Look at that. Of course, Dominic Mysterio ringside is having all sorts of emotions, running wild. Wow. Once again, Cody running over to the ropes, rebounds, diving to the outside. Damian Priest catches him from his throat, and it's a choke slam to the apron. And Cody Rhodes bounces him off, the edge of the ring. Definitely hurts the most over there. And now is down on his fours, ringside. Damian Priest now clearing the commentator's desk, gets the monitors off the desk, and now he's looking to put Cody Rhodes through the table. Jey Uso on the top turnbuckle. Oh dear, what the hell just happened here? Damian Priest trying to distract the referee as Dominic tries to get Jey Uso off the turnbuckle. Finn Balor takes advantage, rolls Jey Uso up for the cover. Jey Uso still kicks out. Nice. Interesting. Sami Zayn now gets in there. Oh my goodness. Sami Zayn trying to even the odds here by going after Dominic Mysterio, the North American champion. First to the barricade, then to the steel steps, and Damien Priest now goes after Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes has got a... Oh dear. Cody Rhodes there goes after Damien Priest, throws him over the barricade. And now back on the apron, Cody Rhodes looking to make the tag. Ricky gives Raw a 6 out of 10. That's nice, brother. I would take away 2 points, you know, because of the final hour of the show, full of commercials, especially the main event. Oh dear. Clothesline from Finn Balor to Jey Uso. Uso goes down. We are down to the final 3 minutes of the show. Oh my goodness, Damien Priest now looking to put Cody Rhodes through the commentator's desk, and looks like he's going to be able to do it. So, and that's right, Cody goes flying down on the table breaking apart. Cody's out of the match. He's out of the match. Andy gives it a 4.5. And Jey Uso now down to the outside, taking out Damien Priest over there. Yep. Uso also checking on Cody, making sure he's alright. He grabs him by the arm before slipping back into the ring. Finn Balor takes advantage, takes out Jey Uso, clearly distracted. Yeah, he already got a lot to worry about. Finn Balor now looking to put this to a finish here. Going up to the turnbuckle. I think Jey Uso's going to get out of the way, or he's going to roll Finn Balor over, right? Yeah, he gets out of the way, as expected. And now Uso with a spear to Finn Balor. A spear from Jey Uso. Isn't that great? A spear from Uso. Up on the turnbuckle he goes. Now Damien Priest here. Why is the referee allowing this? But Uso also with a spear to Damien Priest. Channeling his inner Roman Reigns, I see. I like that. Uso once again looking to climb the top turnbuckle. What is happening? Oh, Jimmy Uso gets in here. It's funny because the Raw superstar, Jey, is wearing blue, and a SmackDown star, Jimmy's wearing red. That's funny. But Jimmy Uso did not see it coming, but he's here. So seems like Bloodline is not really in the rearview mirror, yeah? Not really in the rearview mirror. Finn Balor stole the championships away from Uso. Jimmy is happy as Uso and Rhodes have lost the titles and they've dropped it over to the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day, once again, the tag team champions. Jey Uso just lost the title. Jimmy Uso's happy. Jimmy Uso's happy. That's crazy. I know, Tony. That's messed up indeed, brother. Daniel, I know. That's right, Ricky. Gary gives it a 4.9. I'm going to give it actually a 4.6. Gotta get lower than that. Yeah. I would have given it a 6.9, but, you know, because of the commercials and whatnot, and because of Jimmy, I'll give it a 4.6, right? I think Roman sent Jimmy to Raw. It seems like it, brother. I mean, Jimmy's happy that he's lost the title, that Jey Uso's lost the title. We'll see what happens, I guess, Friday night with Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. Definitely. But the Judgment Day, once again, guys, has all the gold. The women's title, the North American Championship, the Tag Team Championship, the Money in the Bank briefcase. The Judgment Day, one more time, has got all the gold. They're a better team without JD McDonough. Let's keep JD McDonough away from these guys, for sure. Thank you, Tony. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Much love to all of you guys. Thank you so much for the love. I knew it was gonna happen, Judgment Day. I see, Andy. Like that. David says Raw C. I see, brother. Alright, Summer Roman is loving this. You know it. And Paul Heyman as well, brother. Paul Heyman as well. One more time, my brothers. Thank you so much for being here. Incredible being here with all of you, watching the show. Always a great time. I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all sleep well. Take care. Because we're going to be meeting now on Wednesday for Dynamite. And this Friday, we're going to be meeting up because I'm going to be playing, after a long time, a gameplay stream where we're going to be playing Spider-Man. So we're gonna have a good time. I'll see you guys there. Thank you once again for the love. And True says, glad the belts are off them. Yeah, it meant nothing with them, so, you know, Judgment Day will probably do better with those belts. Absolutely. Thank you once again. And yeet. No, we don't say yeet around here. We don't say yeet around here. That's right. Thank you once again, everybody. Thank you, Andy. Thanks, everybody. Much love. Have a good night. Sleep well. See you Wednesday for Dynamite. Much love, guys. Take care. Thanks for another great watch along, everybody. Thank you. Take care.